Greatness. You know hard work. YFLBC thinks it's a game. It's not a game. I can't see nobody stopping us. We're unstoppable. Went through a whole lot of obstacles. I swear we did it impossible. Run on the table and fuck it up. Go hit the club and then fuck it up. A whole lot of pain, we gon' get it back. You know we gon' get it back. I can't see nobody stopping us. Unstoppable. Run on that paper and get it. Whatever it take, we gon' get it. You know ain't nobody stopping us. Mafia. All of my niggas, they mafia. Thought I told you unstoppable. I just spent the brick on my jeans. You gotta put God first. I swear I turned to believers. This shit came from hard work. Gotta hustle, stay down with your people. Can't betray the one who feeds you. No competition, we are equal. Can't let nobody mislead you. No Ray from Summer Hill. It's only one of hell. Zoo Atlanta, number Lionsville. We was raised not to have a feel. When night down to so many tears. So many nights I cried and swore. So many nights I cried and swore. All of these niggas lying. Photo ready to go without the frame. Just spent the quarter on my wrist and chain. If you get caught, you better not mention name. Lord, I'm more than a train. That red be keeping me sane. Unstoppable, I am obtained. I am unstoppable just like the train.
What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tune in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all smashing on that like button. And then jump in the comment section. Let me know y'all in the building. Daryl Deloach, what's happening with it? Off in the building. Salute, Daryl. Sheena, the queen, Sheena is in the building. Smooth Groove Boxing, what's happening with it? Yeah, so when y'all come through, make sure that you smash on that like button. We already got a troll in here talking about, bruh, he missed. Nah, bruh, he didn't miss. But we gonna go over all of that. We gonna cook these clowns today. Yeah. Dwayne Freeman, what's happening with it? Yes, sir. So y'all hit that like button. You know, y'all hit that like button. And for you pussies, you know what I'm saying? You pull up your skirt and you can hit the dislike button. So y'all hit the like button. For all the pussies in the background, hit the dislike button. Yes, sir. We gonna cook today. Mr. Reyes J, what's happening with it? I need my get back. Mr. Reyes J, my boy, I need my get back. I need my get back. I need that. You know what I'm talking about, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm talking about. I need that off. I need that up off you. What's good with it? Batman in the building. He actually came in the building early today, on time. What's happening with it, Batman? Yes, sir. We got a lot to talk about. And once again, for your pussies in the background, you know what I'm saying, that's walking around with your clit out, go ahead and hit the dislike button. For everybody else, make sure that y'all hit that like button. Yeah. We gonna cook today. We finna definitely cook today. You already know Batman, same pimp suit, just reheated. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and cook. Let's cook. And Batman, if you want a link, just let me know. I'll drop you the link. You know. So yes, sir. in matter of fact, if any of you haters in the background, if you bold enough, now listen to what I'm saying. If you bold enough to actually get on camera, I'll drop you a link too. We dropping hot links. What BFT, what my brother BFTB say? Get your links, hot links. We dropping hot links today. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about Earl Campbell. We dropping hot links, and I ain't talking about Earl Campbell. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and put this link down for y'all. There's a link right there. There's a link right there. So if you've been out there talking that bullshit, this is your time right now. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get straight into it. Yesterday, with everybody, hey, they surprised me yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. Caleb Plant and Canelo surprised me yesterday because I didn't think it was gonna go down like it went down yesterday. And I love every second of it. Mr. DBMH, what's happening with it? I love every second of what went down yesterday, right? But before we even get into what went down yesterday, since and I'm a fan of Shawn Porter and Bud Crawford, since Mr. DBH is in here and he's saying next to get slapped is Shawn Porter, I know he's a huge fan of Terence Crawford. So first, we're going to talk about what Terence Bud Crawford had to say in regards to Errol Spence. And then we're going to cook on the Canelo situation, So what's good with it, Batman? What's going down with it?
Hey, Key, man, ain't nothing. I'm right here. I had time today. I'm off work today. You hear me? So
right.
we
already had 11 bitches lift up their motherfucking skirt and show their clit, and they all hit the dislike button. We already had 11 of them hit the dislike button. So if you ain't hearing me, for all you bitches that's walking around with clits that call yourself men, continue to hit that dislike button. For real, and show your pussy. What's good with it, Batman?
Shit, just sitting here watching, man, all access Canelo and Floyd, man. How everybody was like Canelo was gonna beat Floyd because Floyd getting old and all this shit. But,
right.
But when you talk about that fight, everybody started to bring up his age now. But back then, motherfuckers weren't bringing up how old he was.
Right. You right. Man, I went to the fight. Batman, I went to that fight.
Yeah.
And the racism and I'm talking about, oh man, they was out there. You know what I'm saying? And the Mexican fan base was deep. Like I said, I was at that fight, 8 rows on the floor, 8 rows back on the floor, and they was deep. And I'm talking about they was deep, and they was talking, man, they was talking so much shit. Canelo this and Canelo that and Canelo this and Canelo that. And afterwards, they always crying and sad and wanted to fight. So man, that was the story.
The man ain't changed nothing, man. I sit here and look at.
Now he has changed to me. Listen what I'm saying. He's a much better fighter than he was back then, but
Listen what I'm saying. He used a little slickness here and there in the fight, but all around base he hasn't changed nothing.
Yeah, right. And y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? We got 18 motherfuckers already. They showed they clit in the background. You know what I'm saying? They won't come. They gonna stay in the background. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? They just gonna stay in the background. And so continue to show your pussy and continue to hit the like button. Because it don't make no difference if you hit the like. Continue to hit the dislike button. All you pussies in the background, make sure that you continue to hit the dislike button. Don't hit the like button, hit the dislike button. And for all the real ones, you see what I'm saying? For all the real ones, hit the like button. Everybody can't be a real one. And I understand that. So just make sure that you hit that dislike button for all the pussies in the background. You dig what I'm saying? Mr. Reg J in that super chat. What it do? My man, he said, stall me out on that bet, fam. Hey, man, we made a pact that we were going to run that bet back. So, hey, but man, salute to my man, Mr. Reg J, off in that super chat in the building. He know what bet we got going that we supposed to make, but we going to leave that between me and him. I need my get back. Oh, B-Dog. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's always a whole bunch of haters, you know what I'm saying? It's always a whole bunch of haters, but I just appreciate them continuing to show they pussy. But Batman, go ahead, man. Go ahead. What was you saying?
No, I'm just saying, man, it was just a lot of motherfuckers, like he changed a little bit. He showed a little slickness in his style, but that's in front of motherfuckers who slower than him. Most of everybody that got in front of him slower than him, so he can show that little slickness that he learned from Floyd, that they copy off Floyd. But other than that, he the same fighter.
Right.
He still don't know how to cut. Huh?
It's Southpaw 773. Anybody that follow you is a pussy just like you is. And your daddy a pussy and your mama a bitch. And I mean, shit. She made you. They made you. So, I only can assume that. But go ahead, Batman. Leon Robinson, what's happening with him?
Leon, what's up, baby? Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, the same fighter to me, man. He's just the same fighter. It's just he haven't been in front of nobody with no real skills.
Right. I can't say that he the same fighter. You know what I'm saying? He might have some of the same, of course he gonna have some of the same traits, right? He gonna have some of that same traits, but he ain't the same fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just act like, you feel what I'm saying? I can't just act like the man hasn't polished a lot of his skills and learned new things since he's 23 years old. I'm not gonna sit up there and say that. He's not the same. He's the same fighter, but he's a much better fighter than he was.
He just added the slickness. So he just added the slickness on when he's in there with somebody that's slower than him. Other than that, get somebody fast that got fast hands. He can't do that shit he be doing. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? He hasn't had no real competition in front of him, like no elite competition, but Laura and fucking Mayweather. Like the style he can't really handle. The rest of them guys gonna stand in front of him, gonna let him do mostly him. And
Right. Well, give me a quick minute, Batman. You go ahead and cook. I'll be right back.
Man, but yesterday, man, I like what I saw, man, in Caleb Plant, man. I see he under Canelo skin without even, he's saying motherfucker. Canelo say motherfucker all the time. At first, that was the only English word the motherfucker knew. But now, this is the first, what you call that shit? Press conference that he get out of character. This is your first time saying that man out of character. He's even getting in his feelings about what Caleb Plant is saying about the drug cheat shit, or he know he got somebody in front of him that he need to get in Caleb Plant head. The way he's acting, he think that's the way he need to get in Caleb Plant head. But we'll see. We'll see November the 6th, man. But I like it for both of them. I don't like them bitch ass press conference with both of the both of the fighters respecting each other for what? This is a fucking fight. You need to get mad. You need to get extra motivated. If you're not even motivated when the fight is announced, you need the extra motivation. You know, this is a 8 week. It's an 8 week camp. Well, go ahead, Keith.
Oh yeah, man. But nah, what we were saying, I'm gonna give Canelo his props. He is, to me, this is my opinion. He's a much better fighter than he was back when he fought Lara and Mayweather. I mean, the man, I'm not gonna take away from the skills that the man has in all of the time and effort that he puts in the gym. One thing I do gotta say about Canelo, he does put in the work. He puts in the work in the gym. He a gym rat, and he's constantly working on his skills. Now,
cool. Hey, Keith, now tell me this. When he went up against like Triple G, Danny Jacobs, who else? Who else was that good? Them two. All right, them two. He looked normal. He ain't looked no spectacular like when him and Floyd Mayweather met in the second part of the fight. Floyd looked spectacular. When him and another good class fighter meets, he don't look spectacular. He only looks spectacular against the fighters he supposed to look spectacular against.
Right. Well, like I said, I mean, I don't think that really got nothing to do with me saying that he got better since he was 23.
Nah,
now you are right. Now you right, Batman, when you say he didn't look when Canelo has been in there in the ring with a fighter, right, that has more skills than somebody that's just gonna stand in front of him and fight his style of fight. He hasn't looked spectacular. You're right, like he didn't look spectacular when he fought. And I'm talking about after. I'm gonna go after Lara. Like he didn't look spectacular when he fought Daniel Jacobs a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Even in the Kovalev fight, he didn't look he got the knockout, but I mean, come on now. You go back to that Kovalev fight, you could tell that Kovalev was pulling his punches. He was pulling his punches the whole night. And Canelo didn't look spectacular in that fight. He looked subpar up until he got the knockout. That's the truth. So what Batman is saying is that when they put him in the ring with real competition, like with some real solid competition, he's not looking spectacular. But all in all, you know, that's something that we could go back and forth and talk about. I'm not going to discredit Canelo for the skills that he got. I'm not going to discredit him. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker, to me, he a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's a bad dude. But, you know, so I don't want to discredit him, but I want to dig deep into what went down yesterday. But before we do that, I want to say something about hold on. Let me block this dude again and go get another account.
No, block that nigga. That nigga, man, he just made a nigga motherfucker telling the truth, man.
No, he could listen to us tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? He's a pussy that ain't gonna. I guarantee you, he ain't gonna show his face on camera. I dropped the links. If he was so motherfucking bold, he would have got his pussy ass on camera. But he ain't gonna get on camera. You dig what I'm saying? He's not gonna get on camera.
Like you say,
fucking troll.
Like we talking private. Like you say, these dudes are fans of fighters. They're not fans of the sport. They just not gonna break down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
503 in the building. What's happening with it? 503. Right? But now, check this out, bro. Check this out. Before we dig deep in this Canelo shit, because we're going to really dig deep in this Canelo shit, right? I want to, I think, is this 503? Hold on. Let me see if this 503. I think this 50.
Yeah, this me.
Okay, hold on. All right. I want to make sure, you know, motherfuckers be doing real goofy shit on here sometimes. You know, what's good with it, 503?
Yeah,
what's good? What's good with it, Batman? Long time no see, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
What's up, 50?
Yeah, man. I was just listening in. I seen you had put the link in the chat. I said, let me chime in and
Yes, sir.
talk with the fellas a little bit. But
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead, bro.
So 503. Before we get deep into this Canelo, this Canelo and Caleb Plant situation from yesterday, I want to address something, right? And I talked about it on the video I made, but I want to address it a little bit more before we get in deep into the subject that we all really want to get on, right? But Errol Spence, we all know that he out right now with an eye injury. He's saying that he'll be back in a couple months. Terence Crawford, in the interview that he recently did with ESPN, Terence Crawford said something that really, really, I got to speak on. He said that he feels that Errol Spence lost, right, to Shawn Porter. And he says that when he beat Shawn Porter, Errol Spence basically, is going to be basically running after him. Well, Errol Spence got to come to him, right? Errol Spence is going to need him after he beat Shawn Porter. That's what he's saying. Like, basically, once I beat Shawn Porter, Errol Spence is going to need me. Now, my whole thing is, right? My whole thing is how is Errol Spence going to need you when all you'll be doing is beating somebody that he already beat? How does that make you above Errol Spence because you go and beat somebody that he's already beat?
I guess he's saying he's gonna beat him in better fashion,
but he didn't say that. He just said, once I beat Shawn Porter, Errol Spence is gonna need me. So in his mind, he thinks, I don't know, like I can't even fathom to make this make sense. Like he's trying to make people believe that, oh, well, Shawn Porter really beat Errol Spence. Errol Spence didn't win that fight. So when I beat Shawn Porter, Errol Spence is going to really need me. I don't understand, bro.
man, it was a close fight. Earl got the knockdown. That will push Earl over the top, man. Look, man, if Terence Crawford, if you go in there and fight the fight Earl fought, he fought Shawn Porter fight. He ain't even boxing. So we not trying to hear that shit that nigga talking about, man.
I don't understand that. What's your take on that, 503?
I mean, it's that saying, you give them, you know what I'm saying, you give a motherfucker an inch, they're gonna take a mile. So that's basically what he did. You know what I'm saying? He got this fight. You know what I'm saying? They gave him this fight. Now he feeling himself. You know what I'm saying? As he should, but like you going too far with this shit, bro. Like Bud is just an arrogant motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He feel like he that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at a motherfucker for having confidence and shit like that, bro. I'm not even mad if you say Shawn Porter won. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do feel like he beat EJ. I didn't see motherfuckers say that on here. You know what I'm saying? A couple times. So, but all that Earl Spence gonna be chasing you, bro. What he gonna be chasing you for? You know what I'm saying? Chasing you for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Earl Spence still got all the leverage, my nigga. Because if he come back and he can get the Ugas fight, he gonna have all three of the belts. And Ugas just came off the biggest win of his career, beating Pacquiao. So even if you beat Shawn Porter, which everybody expecting you to, the Ugas and EJ fight still gonna be big because it's gonna be the return of Earl Spence coming off the eye injury, and it's gonna be Ugas coming off his biggest win.
Right.
So who really need who? And that's for 3 belts to your 1. So I don't know what Bud talking about, man, but he needs to pipe down and focus on Shawn Porter, man. Now let's see if you go up in there and fight EJ fight like Batman just said. You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna go in there and box? You gonna be a boxer or you gonna be a bully? Because we know what Earl Spence did. He went in there and tried to bully Shawn Porter and was successful and knocked him down and won the championship round. So will Bud be able to do that? Go ahead, KT.
Let me address this comment King Charm said real quick, right? He says once he knock him out cold, he going to make you a believer, ETB. Go in the mirror and make you say his name 5 times, Terence Crawford. Okay, check this out. I don't know if you just came on here for the first time, bro. I don't know what you mean by Terence Crawford is gonna make me a believer. What is he gonna make me a believer of, dog? I don't understand. I mean, all y'all heard me. I said I'm picking Terence Crawford to beat Shawn Porter in a close fight. So what can he make me a believer of? He definitely not gonna knock out Shawn Porter. So if that's what you talking about, yeah, he not knocking out Shawn Porter. Now I think that it's gonna be a very close fight. Shawn Porter. If y'all, oh man, y'all Bud Crawford fanatics, y'all think that Bud can just do unthinkable things. He's not stopping Shawn Porter. I do have him edging out a close victory. I do have him edging out a close victory, right? But he ain't stopping Shawn Porter. You dig what I'm saying? So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. What y'all think, he not gonna make me no more of a believer than I already am in his skills. But at the same time, bro, yeah, if he stops Shawn Porter, I already done said Bud Crawford is that dude. Like, to me, if he stops Shawn Porter, he puts himself ahead of everybody in the welterweight division because he's been able to do something that all of the other top fighters in the welterweight division couldn't do. So, yeah, but it ain't going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. So, you dig what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. But like I said, man, Bud Crawford is like, I don't know, man. Like my man 503 said, he's arrogant. He's so arrogant. His arrogance is stopping him from achieving a lot of things. Like, if he wasn't so arrogant, that Errol Spence fight probably already could have took place.
But he ain't arrogant the right way, though.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's so arrogant. He's hard-headed. If he wasn't so arrogant, that Errol Spence fight would have already took place, because if he wasn't so arrogant, he would have been like, you know what? I'll take the 60-40 because you know what? This man is doing bigger numbers. His name, he do got a bigger name than me right now. Fuck it. But his arrogance held him back from taking 60-40. I don't have a problem with a fighter being arrogant, right? Because you're supposed to believe in yourself. You're supposed to have a certain type of arrogance about you, but not that type of arrogance. Like you saying, he got the wrong type of arrogance. You know what I'm saying? He has an arrogance to where he thinks that it's black fighters. That's what it is. He thinks that he is above any other black fighter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he's above any other black fighter. So he don't want to get in the ring with another black fighter and think that that man is making more money than him. And if you go back down the timeline on how he carried on with the whole situation with Errol Spence, you can see it in how he was talking. You can see it. Because why are you okay with having Amir Khan make more than you? You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. Just make
it's like this, bro. Terence Crawford
make
is
another
just
account, homie.
Hey,
Go
Terence
ahead and
Crawford.
make another account. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say Terence is just, to me, bro. He ultra super duper competitive. He want to be the head nigga in charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be looking at like his Instagram and shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, he be whooping his people ass and everything he do. That's his mentality, bro. He want to be better than everybody and everything. You know what I'm saying? So of course he gonna feel like he better than Errol Spence. Who the fuck is Errol Spence, nigga? I'm Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He need me. I don't need him. That's just the type nigga he is, bro.
But that ain't the type of nigga he is. This is the type of nigga he is, man. If he see somebody doing better than him, he gonna talk down on that shit. He ain't even gonna give you your props or none of that shit. He that type nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He that type nigga that, man, all right, Earl doing better than me right now, but I can go take that from him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he should be that type nigga. I can go take that. Let me get in the ring and take his glory. But you You want to downplay like Earl ain't that nigga right now at the welterweight division. I've been in boxing for how long? I got all these accolades, but I never had that match. Whereas though Bob Arum keep dicking me, and then you ain't even telling the world that, man, you gotta ask Bob. Bob the reason why I ain't no superstar.
Right.
But you see the next man that keep saying, man, I ain't getting the opponents that he getting. If he get the opponent, that's some bitch nigga shit, man. It ain't his fault that he getting the opponents. That's your side of the business fault, man. You could have been a superstar, but you let Bob Arum take Pacquiao away from you and give him to Jeff Horn.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's man, we all see it, you know, and the ones that see it that don't want to, you know, that's going against the grain, that don't want to say it, they just don't want to admit it, you know. You dig what I'm saying? They just don't want to admit the shit. But what's good with it? Lord to the game, boxing talk. Where you been at? Kwame East off in the building. Where you been at, man?
Hey Kwame, what's up, babe?
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, Bud, man, he's on the platform to where when he says some shit, all of the casuals are able to see it. So they just run with that shit when he say it. You know what I'm saying? They run with it. Man, and like he uses that, and he takes that shit and he uses it to his advantage to create a narrative that don't, you know what I'm saying? He creates a narrative that is a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? He creates a narrative that he knows is a lie.
Bud, that nigga all belly from Nebraska, man. He what you call him, all belly, man.
He act like that though. He really do act like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is, if people like, oh, y'all Bud haters, and this is not talking about his ability and the skills in the ring. Ain't nobody never shitted on Bud when it comes to what he do in the ring. It's the fuck shit that he be doing. You know what I'm saying? When he get it and do interviews and shit
it's
that
he does
outside of the ring.
It's his personality.
Right. He be moving funny a lot of times. That's just what it is. But I like Bud. I don't like some of the shit he say and do, but I like Bud. You know what I'm saying? He a great father to his kids. You know what I'm saying? He ain't changed up. He still be in his old neighborhood around the people he grew up with and shit. So I respect a lot about Bud, right? But it's other things I don't like. That's just my opinion.
So you referring to you referring to that interview he did on State of Boxing?
Right.
Okay. I gotta go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, you know. But you know, like I said, I still rock with Bud. You know, I still rock with him. I like Shawn Porter too. So I ain't really got no, you know what I'm saying? I don't really got no dog in this race. It's whoever the best man is, you know what I'm saying, win.
I ain't even had to go watch that interview. He's big enough himself. Look, man, Earl ain't beat this guy for real, man. Man, Shawn won that fight, but watch when I beat Shawn, y'all gonna see who the real. That man, come on, man. That's the type of shit, man.
And see, my thing is, y'all, my whole thing is like, why you ain't never said that before? Now all of a sudden you finna fight Shawn. Now all of a sudden Shawn beat Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't saying that shit before. All of a sudden now Shawn Porter beat Errol Spence. Before it was Shawn Porter ain't done nothing. What has Shawn Porter done? And you know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden Shawn Porter he beat Errol Spence.
Yeah, his coach said Shawn was some shit.
Yeah, he did. That's what I'm saying. And you know, the same shit that his coach be saying and Bernie be saying and the rest of them dudes.
But
you know, Bud be saying the same shit when they all get together.
Yeah,
they
but
all
before,
be talking like that.
Listen, Keith. But before Shawn called him out, Shawn was a fucking beast. Don't nobody want to deal with that right there. That you can go back and look at it through a lot of shit when he talked about Shawn before Shawn called him out when they was friends. Don't nobody want to deal with that style right there, man. That man, Shawn a good motherfucker. Him and Bo Mac was saying that, but when Shawn became a threat, fuck Shawn Porter. He ain't shit. He can't fucking fight for real. He ain't got shit we want. Oh man, come on, man.
And my man Ricky Williams, salute to you. He say something. That another thing I want to get into, right? How my man Ricky Williams just said that the WBO had to force the fight, but then, right, my man Bud Crawford got on there and he tried to, he tried to go with a false narrative, right? He created false narratives. Like, oh yeah, you know, this is a fight I've been won. Finally, you know, I've been won all them PBC fighters and all of that. Finally, you know what I'm saying? Finally, I get this fight. And I'm telling you this, I've been trying to get fights like this. I've been trying to get this fight. You was never trying to fight Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, when Shawn Porter was calling him out, y'all remember, Bud was getting pissed off and aggravated. Like, you need to, you know what I'm saying, sit back and shut up type shit. I get to you when I get to you. And you know, if I get to you, if this what you would call it,
if this Pacquiao
fight, if this Manny Pacquiao fight don't go through, then you know what I'm saying, I might get to you then. Like now you getting me aggravated. Now you pissing me off. He ain't want no parts of Shawn Porter. Now I'm not saying that he was afraid of Shawn Porter. I'm not saying that at all. But don't try to get on the interview and act like you was pushing for this fight. Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter was the ones that was pushing for the fight. You was getting aggravated because they was pushing for the fight. Come on, man.
Once Shawn Porter lost his belt to Earl Spence, he called out Terence Crawford.
Right.
Then when Terence Crawford didn't get the Manny Pacquiao fight, he ain't revisited this fucking fight. He just told.
He said nothing.
He told Shawn Porter to activate his fucking mandatory. Why? And I get 75-25. Why? I'm still gonna get shit money. I'm trying to get. We go to Bob. Bob pay me. But now when it all said and done, the WBO had to give me 40%.
Right. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, man, the WBO had to force that fight. You told Shawn Porter if the Manny Pacquiao fight didn't go through, you was going to get back at him. You dig what I'm saying? You said you were going to get back with him. And then you was going to, you know, try to make that fight happen. You never said nothing. You didn't say nothing. You dig what I'm saying? You said nothing at all. You was quiet. They was talking about you was finna fight Jose Zepeda. They was trying to get you to fight Jose Zepeda. You wasn't saying nothing about Shawn Porter. But, hey, you didn't have no problem getting on Twitter talking about Errol Spence and saying other shit. You ain't never said nothing about Shawn Porter, though. Let's keep it 100, you know? And like I said, when I say this, I'm not saying that he was afraid of Shawn Porter or that he don't think that he could beat Shawn Porter. I'm just saying, let's stop trying to create false narratives and lie when you do these interviews. And Irv Gotti, man, you gotta, because like I said, people be making fake names and all that. You gotta turn your camera on if you want me to put you on, you know, put you on the panel. Okay, I got you. I see you. I got you. Yeah, I just can't be putting anybody on there because dudes be doing weird shit on this YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You put them on camera, they gonna pull their dick out or something. You know, I don't play all of that. But salute to you. What's happening with it?
What's happening, dude? I just want to comment on what Batman said earlier about Canelo not getting better. He's getting better, bro. He's getting better. You got to look at more boxing tape if you don't think that. And secondly, he ain't looking better with people that ain't faster. Bro, there ain't no other Mayweather. Mayweather's 1 of 1, bro. That was elite. So he ain't never going to face anybody with that fast, that slick.
There's a lot of people with fast hands up in the Mayweather. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but ain't nobody as slick that got that D. They got that IQ, when to engage, when to not engage, when to pull back. Ain't nobody ever going to be another Mayweather.
I never said defense. I said a faster fighter than him. They got faster hands than him. I never said nothing about defense.
Canelo's slow. Everybody faster than him.
No, it's not. No, he's not. At that upper weight class, Triple G wasn't faster than him. Him and Dan.
But he's stronger than him. It's harder than him.
Huh?
Triple
Yeah,
G
yeah,
hits harder, stronger, better
yeah. He's
jab.
already
That's what you need to be Canelo. You need
yes, and
power
that
and a jab. That's it.
and look at the first way he fought him. He tried to fight like Floyd Mayweather when he fought Triple G the first time. I mean, like I said, he got a little slicker, but he's still the same fighter.
I don't agree with you. I think he's gone better. I think his IQ is better. The way he goes to the body, a lot more consistent, and his jab has gotten better. It's not elite. It's not great, but his first like 4 or 5 years as a professional, he had no jab. The jab was shit. Today, at least the jab he can use it. It's somewhat of a relevant tool. Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat, but he's a quicker fighter than most of the people he's been fighting.
Barely. I mean, maybe Kovalev, old ass Kovalev.
Kovalev, Callum Smith, Rocky Fielding. Come on,
Rocky
man.
Fielding was garbage. That was a garbage ass fucking. Yildirim, another fucking garbage. What about Billy Joe though? I think Billy Joe was slicker. Billy Joe was faster.
Billy Joe ain't that good to me, man.
But he's faster. I agree. He ain't that good.
He wasn't. I'm gonna say him and Canelo got the same hand speed. He just got better. Right. He just got better feet than Canelo.
So what's gonna happen when he beats Plant? I think he's gonna beat Plant, and I know Plant's got faster hands. He's got pretty good footwork too.
I don't think he's gonna beat Plant, but
hold on, Batman. Let me ask him this: if he beat Caleb Plant, who you want to see him fight next?
I want to see him fight either Charlo or go down and fight Andrade, because everybody talking shit. Oh, you don't beat these slick fighters. You know what? I think Jamal will give him a run for his money, and I think Andrade will give him a run for his money. Everybody else at 168, not really worth it. If he fights Munguia, he's gonna put an ass whooping on him. Munguia's whack. So
what about Better Be?
He can go up and fight him. I think he can fight him. I think it'll be a good fight.
Okay.
But same with Bivol. Dimitri Bivol will be a good one. But he's got to fight someone that's better or as good as him.
Let me say this. I would like to see him fight Jamal, just so I'm a Jamal fan, but you know I'm a Canelo fan, but Caleb Plant my dude. So I don't have no like I'm not a hater of none of these dudes, or I like all of them. But see, the thing is I want to prove my point that Jamal Charlo is not fucking with Canelo Alvarez. That is not to me. To me, what? Let me say what I'm saying. To me, the Jamal Charlo fight is not a tough fight for Canelo Alvarez. It's just not. Certain styles make fights. In Jamal Charlo fighting style, he don't have a style to make it a tough fight for Canelo. Like Canelo, he beat the shit out of Jamal Charlo. That's just how I feel.
I think I agree with you.
Be stronger than him, but
yeah, Jamal's stronger. But I don't think he got that like defensive skill set. You're gonna have to dodge some punches. Canelo's coming. All Canelo can really do is put the offense. His defense is all right, though.
Now, Zordo, he gonna give Canelo some motherfucking problems. And then if David Benavidez, my man Coach is in the building. Benavidez, my man Coach is God. If David Benavidez, you give David Benavidez probably like a year and a half. David Benavidez has to work on his defense. Right now, David Benavidez can't fuck with Canelo because he's all offense.
Yeah, he throws a lot, but he doesn't cover up a lot. That's right.
You can't fight Canelo just coming forward and taking punches. David Benavidez, if you look at him in his last fight when he fought Ronald Ellis was landing everything and the kitchen sink on David Benavidez, but he didn't have no power. Canelo do that shit, you going to sleep.
Yep.
All right, to me, if he beat Caleb Plant, I want to see him fight the man he got out the way of, that he could have been undisputed. I want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade.
I want to see him fight Demetrius Andrade too. Demetrius got that skill. He's slick. He gasses out, but he's slick. I think he gives Canelo problems. Maybe not enough to hurt him, but enough to frustrate him and make him work more and have to force Canelo to do better. Because right now, like you said, Billy Joe Saunders been easy. Avni Ildrum's been easy. Caleb Smith's been easy. A lot of easy fights. I want to see him challenged.
Cassandra Mason, the queen in the building. My man J.A. Dixon, King Corleone in the building. Let me get let me get my man Coach. My man Coach say, I got Benavidez against all at 168. That's one thing about my man Coach. Coach is gonna ride with David Benavidez until the wheels fall off. And he believes in David Benavidez. I do too, but he needs to polish up his defense.
I believe in Caleb Plant, man.
Man, how the fuck you gonna say Charlo get his ass whooped by Canelo, but y'all got so much faith in Benavidez, bro?
I won't say
that don't make sense to me. I'm talking about everything boxing and sport.
503. Okay, you now repeat what you said again, and I'm gonna answer you. Go ahead.
You said that Charlo is an easy fight for Canelo, but you got so much faith in Benavidez. How that don't make sense to me, bro?
You got to hear what I said. You got to hear what I said. 503. I said in a year and a half. I said if Benavidez polishes up his defense. Right now, Canelo gonna beat the shit out of Benavidez, and he probably stop him because he don't have no defense. I said if he works on his defense and he polishes up his defense, then Benavidez, you know what I'm saying? Then I would look at Benavidez to beat Canelo, but not right now. Now, as far as Charlo is he don't got it, bro. And I like Charlo. I wish he did, but he's not his style is tailor-made for Canelo Alvarez. His style tailor-made for him. He get hit too much. He get hit too much. He tries to fight on the inside too much, right? He got a good jab. He has a good jab, but he just he's lacking defense, right? And it's a lot of things that Charlo is lacking when he's flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? He don't move a lot. He flat-footed. He don't got a lot of head movement at all. You dig what I'm saying?
He would beat Canelo at his own game, bro. He would bully the bully. Yes, he would.
I don't think so, bro.
If they do make that fight, I'll give you 3-1 odds, and we could bet anything you want to on that fight.
That's a bet.
Jamal Charlo is beating Canelo Alvarez. I know you from Houston. I know you love Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is, I rock with Jamal Charlo heavy. But when I look at this boxing shit, I don't look at it as, if I like a fighter or if I don't like a fighter. I'm breaking down these fights at night. I'm looking at what a fighter can do and what they can't do. And I'm comparing matchups and styles. That style that Jamal Charlo has, that is an easy style for Canelo.
Bro, just because Charlo been banging in his last couple of fights, bro. Don't get too drunk off that Montiel fight. He didn't respect Montiel.
I'm not even talking about that Montiel fight. I'm not talking like. Go back.
What
I'm saying at all.
Right. Go back and watch. Go back and watch some of Charlo old fights at 54. You know what I'm saying?
He not at 54 no more, dog.
I'm just saying. I know. Listen, I'm saying, bro, it's layers to him. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's layers to Canelo, it's layers to Charlo too. Charlo can box. He can box. You know what I'm saying? He can be defensive.
When you saw him fight Brandon Adams, you seen the same Charlo. When you saw Charlo fight Derby and Chinko, we can watch that Derby and Chinko fight together because me and Money Brown, right? Because Money was like, nah, and I said, Money, watch the fight with me. Watch the Derby and Chinko fight. And Money was like, damn, Derby and Chinko was giving Charlo a lot of problems in the later rounds. He started putting it on Charlo.
Bro, that's because Charlo was on it. How you don't have an inside game and he was inside the whole fight? He wasn't even boxing, bro.
He was on the outside.
Derby and Chinko started putting it on Charlo during the later rounds. Go watch that fight again. It ain't no but nothing.
Charlo beat Derby and Chinko more convincingly than any of these other niggas beat.
No, he did.
Point blank, period.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
But he still got touched up.
No, what I'm saying is Charlo don't have an inside game. He definitely got it outside. He got that jab. He got that jab, that right hand behind the jab. He even got an uppercut behind the jab. But he can't sit there in the inside and dig for real. But I mean,
especially if you don't go to the body.
I give him
it doesn't matter if you don't go to the body.
Huh?
You're a dead man if you don't go to the body against Canelo.
Yeah,
And one thing, and that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Herb Gotti. I watched it. And this is something that me and Money talked about. I said, Money, look, he don't go to the body at all. Like at all, he don't go to the body. All his shit is headshots.
Neither one of them do.
He only has like 10 shots to the body, bro. You got to go to the body, bro.
But I'm saying neither one of the Charlos go to the body as much.
When he fought Komarov,
but Jamel's solid though.
When Komarov was pressing the action, he was giving Charlo problems. I'm telling y'all, man, Charlo is a good fighter. He ain't what everybody think he is. And I've been seeing, it took me a long time to say that shit because I'm a huge Jamal Charlo. I was both Charlos, you know what I'm saying? I ride with both Charlos, but I ain't, more so Jermell Charlo in the ring now because I don't really fuck with Jermell Charlo, a lot of the shit that he do. But I ride with Jamal Charlo. But Jamal Charlo, it ain't what we want him to be. He good. He's a very good fighter. But like I said, we gonna disagree. We gonna disagree.
I mean, that's all you gotta do is put him in the ring. But Golden Boy must have thought high of him because they ain't want him in the ring with Canelo.
Exactly.
My man, one wrong. Who the fuck Jermell Charlo that stopped with a body shot?
He stopped Rosario.
Who?
Rosario.
No, I know. No, I mean Jamal Charlo.
Oh, Jamal Charlo.
You said Mel. I was talking about Jamal Charlo. One.
No, but
Jamal Charlo don't go.
But Batman said that they both of them don't go to the body.
No,
myself personally, I think Big Charlo don't go to the body as much, but Mel do go to the body a little bit.
But check Mel's last 3 fights. I counted something like 20 body shots in his last 3 fights. I was like, what the fuck? How is that possible? 20 body shots ain't gonna do it against the top fighters at least.
He couldn't get Juan Montiel up out of there. Juan Montiel trained right up the street from me. He couldn't get Juan Montiel up out of there, and the only reason he couldn't is because he was all headshots. He wouldn't go to the body. And he did the same thing in the Derevyanchenko fight. He was supposed to get Derevyanchenko up out of there, but he wouldn't go to the body. So that's a problem.
Like Mel was scared to go to the body against what's my man's name? Castillo.
Yeah, but we got to move on. Let's get into this Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant shit from yesterday. We got to move on, right? So a lot of people is saying a lot of things about what went on yesterday. You got dudes that did flipped and turned the story, and me and 503 was talking about this shit last night. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that y'all go sub to 503 Lion. Make sure that y'all go sub to his channel. He probably gonna be on later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about this shit on his channel yesterday. People that flipped and turned the story a million different ways. Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? He got hit with a hook. He got punched in the eye with a hook, and Canelo then split his shit. First of all, what happened was, okay, let's talk about what happened. What happened was is they was both in each other's face going back and forth. What everybody do in the press conference, you know what I'm saying? Canelo got pissed off because he couldn't keep his cool. In my opinion, is because, right, my opinion is Canelo is frustrated that he has somebody that is really going to give him that energy. Somebody that really believe in themselves and somebody that he can't punk. See, Canelo is used to these guys being cordial with him in the press conferences, right? He's used to basically being able to be the bully. These dudes then lost before they step in the ring. These dudes, they get in there with Canelo and they get to the press conference and all they do is give him praise. You know, Canelo's this and you know what I'm saying? And so he's not used to somebody getting up in his face talking that shit and really believing what he's saying. That's like Caleb Plant, what he's telling y'all, it's not, oh, I'm just saying this to promote the fight and I really don't, but no, he believed every word that he said. So I think that Canelo Alvarez was frustrated. So he pushes, right? He pushes Caleb Plant, right? And Caleb Plant had his hands behind his back. So it's not like that Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying, was ready for it. He wasn't ready for it. He had his hand behind his back. And Caleb Plant, he went backwards. If I push you and you got your hand behind your back, if I push you hard, you're going backwards. So dudes trying to make it like, oh, he flew across the stage because Canelo Alvarez showed that he was so much more powerful. Come stop putting all that sauce on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it, but Caleb Plant, he kind of, if you look at him, he kind of like put more into it when he went backwards, like, oh, okay. And he walked up to Canelo real slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He kind of had a pimp strut. He walked up to him real slow, like, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? He looked at him and then fire! He fired on him. You know what I'm saying? He fired on him and he did land. So for everybody that, and y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button, and for the pussies in the background, hit the dislike button. But hit the like button, y'all, right? So for everybody that's saying that he didn't land, right? Because it was hard to see if he landed or not. So I get it, right? Everybody say that's saying that he didn't land. Here it is right here. So we can shut that shit up, right? So we can shut the shit up. I'll put it right here on the screen so y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? He landed. You can see that clearly. Can y'all see that? He landed, right? So for everybody say that he did land, he landed, right? Now, Caleb Plant, he got a suit on, right? He has a suit jacket. If y'all ever had a tailor-made, you know what I'm saying, blazer on or whatever, y'all ever had a tailor-made blazer, that shit's tight. It's tight all up in here, right? So when he landed, Canelo wearing, you know what I'm saying, he wearing a regular motherfucking polo shirt or whatever, you know? So Canelo shit loose. But I do got to give it to Canelo. Canelo's reaction time, it came through. Canelo, you know what I'm saying, his reaction time, he got caught right here, but he came with a combination so fast. And what happened is I actually looked at it. I was talking to 503. So what happened is Caleb Plant, he blocked it, right? He blocked it, and then Caleb Plant went around and he had a closed fist. It's another picture that 503 put up, and you can see it clearly. Caleb Plant went around and he tried to hit Canelo with a body shot. Canelo came up top, right? He missed. I think it was he missed the left, and Canelo landed with the right. So when it landed, I guess, you know, Caleb Plant had glasses on. If you ever wear glasses, you know, the bottom of your glasses, if you get hit with glasses on, that's why people always take their glasses off. When you get hit with glasses on, you tend to get cut easy. So the glasses, you know, cut them or scratched them right there. I think it was the glasses. It could have been Canelo's nail. It could have been Canelo's watch, because Canelo had a watch on too. You know, his watch could have connected. But whatever connected, it wasn't no closed fist. Canelo didn't close neither one of his fists. Canelo had open fists, so he was slapping that Caleb Plant. And you can see it clearly. So for y'all that's acting like, oh, Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying, Canelo landed, you know what I'm saying, 2 left hooks, and he had an open fist. He had an open fist. I mean, yeah, he had an open hand. It wasn't a closed fist, and that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. But it was just funny to me the way that Caleb Plant walked up real calm, and because usually dudes are gonna lose their cool and they gonna get to rushing you. Caleb Plant was like, oh, okay, he pushed me, okay, and walked up real calm with a pimp limp and just reared back and fire. But you know, they both got off. They both got off. So y'all dudes out there that's trying to put all type of sauce on this shit, and Canelo did this, and Caleb, he showed Caleb Plant that he can't fuck with him and all. Man, Caleb Plant had a whole, I think it would have been different if Caleb Plant didn't have that suit on, because you can't get full extension and you can't move around like you usually could, you know, if you got a regular shirt on like Canelo did. And let me get my man Coach, and then I'm going to let y'all cook on the situation. Let me get my man Coach in that super chat. What's happening with it, Coach? He said he mad because Plant called him out for being a cheater on Twitter and Plant a real one. Yeah, because this is the thing I didn't like. I don't have no problem with nothing that Canelo did. I don't have no problem with nothing that Canelo said. I don't have a problem with what Canelo did or said or what Caleb Plant did or said. But I do have a problem with Canelo pretending like, oh, I did what I did because he was talking shit about my mom, right? Oh, he talked shit about my mom, so I did what I did, right? Nah, bro, you got to keep it 100. You just lost your cool because because Caleb Plant is under your skin. He didn't say shit about your mom. What he said is he called you a motherfucker to your face, and you was calling him a motherfucker at the same time. You called Demetrius Andrade a motherfucker. So you know what motherfucker means. You know it has nothing to do with nobody's mom, because if it did, well then you being a hypocrite. If you do think that when you call somebody a motherfucker, or no, wait, did he say yeah? Did he say yeah, he said motherfucker. If you thought that, well then you being a hypocrite, because you was using that same word repeatedly, and you used it towards Demetrius Andrade. So which one is it? Are you being a hypocrite, or are you just flat out lying and you using that as an excuse? Because like Caleb Plant said, he said, I would never bring anybody's kids or mom in the situation. You just pissed off because he calling you out on the PED accusations, right? What Caleb Plant is saying, you can't argue. He's saying no. It's not a fucking if he used, or he was like, he got suspended, he got caught. Now it's old. I don't use that shit. Like, it's old. He served his suspension. It is what it is. But people are going to use that. People are going to talk about that. That's going to be a talking point always when it comes to Canelo. So, it just puts fire on the flame. What just happened with Oscar Valdez. I don't use it. Oscar Valdez, to me, don't have nothing to do with Canelo. But, hey, you are showing that you're frustrated. He was never frustrated when it came to Billy Joe. You did what I'm saying? Billy Joe, when it was Billy Joe, he was laughing. When Billy Joe was saying, trolling him and doing all type of shit, he was laughing at Billy Joe. Like, yeah, whatever. This dude ain't even no fucking threat. Like, he was. But I think that he gets frustrated with Caleb Plant because he looks at Caleb Plant as a real threat. You dig what I'm saying? He knows that Caleb Plant is a threat. So when you have a threat in front of you, they gonna frustrate you more than just some other clown that you know that you're gonna walk through. That's how I feel about the situation. But let's stop putting all type of lines and sauce on what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to you, Batman, and then Herb, you can go ahead and give your take.
Man, like I said earlier, man, I loved it, man. This is what boxing supposed to be, man. I ain't supposed to like you. You ain't supposed to like me. We about to try to fuck each other up. Who the fuck supposed to like each other? Why? I mean, I don't like them press conference when, oh, it's buddy, yeah, buddy, and smiling at each other, keep fake like y'all liking each other. No, I like this shit. This shit's gonna sell the fight, and this shit shows who won it the most, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like I said, I don't care who landed or who at the press conference. I'm trying to see him get in the ring and shit with the gloves on. That shit different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit different. Because the motherfucker, he threw a counter shot and Woods come through a wow. See, the reason why he got that counter shot off is because the way Caleb had to swing at him, it had to be a throw off. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't really feed into that shit. I just like how they don't like each other. Caleb said what he said. Right. Canelo feel how he feel. And man, November the 6th, it's gonna be a fucking bomb burner if both of these guys come out with the same energy they got throughout their training camp. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. I love it.
I love it. And my man, World Combat Sports, my man Scotty White in the building. Y'all make sure that y'all go sub to my man World Combat Sports. Make sure that you go sub to World Combat Sports in the building. Sheena said some shit when you was talking, man, had me fucking dying laughing. Hey, Sheena funny as hell. Hey, but let me let Herb Gotti, man, what's your take on the situation? On what went down yesterday?
My take on that is that Canelo didn't swing at him because he called him a motherfucker. He pushed him. He only swung on him because Caleb Plant tried to sucker punch him. He rolled up trying to sucker punch him. That's a sucker punch where I'm from. You know, if you ain't got your hands up, that's a sucker punch. You come at me like that, then I mean, obviously I'm expecting something. But you come down with your hands down, like that's a sucker punch.
But if you push somebody, what you supposed to do? What
Right.
that's telling you?
And so, well, let me say this real quick, Herb. See, the thing is the reason that Caleb Plant walked to him calmly, and then when he got close enough, fired on him, right? And he didn't punch him, he slapped him. But the reason they did that is because you got to understand the setting that you in, right? In order for me to be able to get off anything, I got to make it look like, okay, I'm cool. I ain't for, because see, if he had been pissed off and like, try to rush at him or came at him with his hands up, like everybody would have rushed him and he wouldn't have been able to get near Canelo. So this is the thing about Caleb. He was smart enough to know, okay, I'm gonna keep my calm. I ain't gonna make no scene because it's just like you in the club, right? It's just like you in the club. What do a dude or any type of, place where it's a big audience, right? What do somebody do when they see somebody they got a problem with them, but they don't really want no problem with them? They don't really want to get down with them. They're going to make a big commotion so everybody can come break it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody get in the way. Yeah.
So what Caleb Plant did is he knew that he wanted, let me block this fucking dude, man. Hold on. So what Caleb Plant did is he knew that if he did that, he wasn't gonna be able to get in arm's reach of Canelo. So he did the smart thing. You know what I'm saying? He did the smart thing. I want to get my get back. He pushed me. I'm not finna go out like that. He ain't gonna put his hands on me, and I'm not gonna put my hands on him back. So the smart thing is, okay, I gotta come back, keep my cool, and walk up on him calmly and fire on him. So it wasn't no sucker punch because Canelo knew. That's why Canelo was able to react so fast, because Canelo knew if he gets close to me, he coming close to me, I'm already ready. You know what I'm saying? That's why Canelo was able to, react so fast. But you go ahead, Herb, continue.
But Herb, let me ask, hold up. Hey Herb, if a guy push you, what you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna punch that dude. I'm gonna tackle. I'm gonna do something. They ain't gonna push me like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't going down like that.
So it ain't no sucker punch. I mean, it ain't no sucker punch because you knew what the fuck you did. The man caused he caused it.
I mean, I gotta put myself in Caleb Plant's shoes and like, yeah, if this little dude push me, I'm gonna fucking kick him, or I don't know, I'm gonna do something. He's not gonna get away with him trying to be the aggressor. Like, nah, this ain't your fight, it's my fight.
But the only thing I can say from both of them, they ain't tried to fuck the fight up where as though they had closed fists. They open hand. That's the only thing I respect about that.
Yeah, because they know what's up. They know that that ain't the time and the place. I'm just gonna get a little message across, but when it comes time, I'm gonna get gloved up, laced up, and it is what it is.
Yeah, and that's one thing I gotta say that nobody's really talking about. You gotta give props to both dudes because they did what they did, but they held restraint. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. Like, Canelo Alvarez, he knew to hit. He knew to retaliate with an open hand, right? Caleb Plant, he knew he could have easily walked up on Canelo with a closed fist and try to hit him with a hook, but he knew to do it with an open hand. But Caleb Plant did try to hit him with a body shot with his closed fist. Let me see if I got that.
Yeah, picture. I saw it.
503 had the picture. I didn't even see it until 503 had it up yesterday. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even see that. Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? He countered with a closed fist I don't know if he landed because the picture couldn't. It was like, you know,
he bust Canelo lip though. Somebody bust his lip. I don't know.
But you know, like Caleb Plant said, you know, it was Caleb Plant said it was the bottom of his glasses that scratched him. It's good. I love what happened. It makes the fight way more interesting. I don't have no problem with Canelo pushing him. I don't have no problem with Plant doing what you know what I'm saying? Because it's real. It's real. You can tell that both fighters really don't like each other. And they asked Caleb Plant, you know, you got any words for for Canelo Alvarez? He said, "Fuck you, bitch." That's my word.
Yeah.
And Canelo, you know, and Canelo is responding by saying, "Hey, I'm stopping him. I'm knocking his ass out in less than 8 rounds." All of this is what we want to see as fight fans. But let's stop, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop making the situation a lot more than, oh, Caleb Plant was scared and he was shook and looking. Come on, bro. Like let's stop, man. Stop all the bullshit. These dudes on the internet, they fucking weird. Just call the situation for how it happened. And that's it. I don't understand why is it so hard for some of these dudes to be real about the situation. The fight is gonna be a hell of a fight. I'm telling you. It's gonna be a hell of a fight because you have both fighters. Neither one of them is coming in there to lay down. Caleb Plant is not afraid of Canelo Alvarez, not even a fucking inch. Canelo Alvarez ain't afraid of Caleb Plant. Canelo Alvarez said something, right? He said that he respects, because I think he was asking questions like, do you respect Caleb Plant? Does this make you respect him more for standing up to you? And he was like, yeah, I respect him. Like, he stood up, he did what he did, and, you know, I did what I did. Like, yeah, it make me respect him. Like, you know, he's showing me that he's not intimidated. So I think this is going to make, see, this is the thing as fans, right? This is going to make Canelo work harder. Now that he's seen Caleb Plant face to face and he like, this dude is actually real. He you know what I'm saying? I can't fucking intimidate him. He going to go work harder, right? He's going to work harder. And Caleb Plant is going to do the same thing.
Yeah, same shit he did with Floyd, man. Same shit Canelo did with Floyd. Try to, you know, show that he wasn't scared. Show that, you know, I'm here to, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to be reckoned with. And that's the type of shit I guess Canelo like to see in dudes, because he ain't seen it in a long time.
Right, he haven't. Y'all gotta understand, these guys that he been fighting, they already they withering down the Canelo. They and it's true, they are. You know what I'm saying? They won't say nothing disrespectful to him, you know, because they already know they've lost before they got in the ring. And you know, Canelo, I like the approach that Canelo's taking, because Canelo is showing everybody that he's really trying to be that crossover superstar. He's speaking English now, and he's making it a point to do all his interviews, you know, when he's, of course, he probably do interviews in Spanish, you know, over there, but he's making a point to do a lot of interviews in English. And he talking that shit. And Caleb Plant is talking that shit. Caleb Plant was like, you a bitch, you a motherfucking bitch too, fuck you. And I love it, man. I love it. I love it. It's only gonna get worse.
The only thing I ain't like about the interview, Eddie Reynoso motherfucker danced around that question, man.
You talking about the PEDs?
Yeah, about his fighters. He tried to put it on Mexico and all this other shit, man.
See, this is my thing about that, Batman. I'm not gonna talk about PEDs with Mayweather and do all of that, because at the end of the day, we could talk about that shit for you know what I'm saying, until our face turn blue. That is not, it ain't gonna change nothing, bro.
No, I just want
unless he pop again, it's not gonna change anything. So I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying, I don't wanna make that as no key factor or an excuse, because it's not gonna change nothing.
That ain't no key factor. It's just 4 people out there that was with you pop dirty. I mean,
Who all popped dirty? I know Canelo did. I know
But
I
that
know Valdez
Canelo
did
popping dirty is bullshit. If you go back into history, like, if it was an isolated event, okay, yeah. But if you go back, look at the Mexican soccer players, guys that go to the World Cup, right? Guys that make millions of dollars. They got popped and they got suspended
but
for a while until they did the investigation, and they saw a lot of athletes are popping dirty in Mexico for the same thing. So it's not an isolated event. It's many athletes that's happened to, but most popular are like the Mexican soccer team and obviously Canelo.
all right, but
well,
listen to this though, Irv. Bao, some of the things that Canelo struggled with, stamina in the later rounds and shit like that, that Clenbuterol helps that. And after the Gennady Golovkin fight, you don't really see him get tired like you used to.
And my theory behind that is he's throwing less punches and more calculated. Look at the amount of punches he's throwing now. He don't throw a whole lot of punches. He just throws them accurately. That's what I think. But I mean, I know what you're coming to, like you got a good point. Like the Clenbuterol is supposed to help with stamina and your blood flow and all that shit. Like it looks too suspicious. It almost looks too good to be true.
well, I'm gonna say this, right?
And
I'm
then,
gonna say this.
huh?
I want to say this: the Clenbuterol don't have nothing to do with that man's skills. But as far as the meat, as far as the meat situation, I don't believe one fucking second that he tested positive because of no meat. Canelo was known for having to cut a lot of weight. He was known for walking around at, 195 and then having to cut down to 160 at the time, right? He's known for that. He's been known throughout his whole career for, walking around heavy at times and having to cut a lot of weight when he was in, those other weight classes. So, yeah, he was using Clenbuterol, man. Canelo wasn't eating at no motherfucking Mexican stand. Canelo was eating the best of the best meat. He getting paid more than all them other athletes that we was talking about. He was eating the bit, but the thing is that in Mexico, like Herb Gotti said, a lot of the athletes, they was found, because of the meat. So what's the best thing to do if you get popped on Clenbuterol? Well, it was the meat. It was the meat. But that shit is old. One thing it's old. I don't want to keep going over that shit. Of course,
my shit was on Eddie Reynoso. No, you got all these fighters, but all your fighters getting popped. Like,
right.
What's his name? God damn.
My man said Valdez, Canelo, Neary, and he said another fighter got popped. I think it was
Martinez. And Martinez.
Oh yeah, Ray Martinez. That's true, but it wasn't Clenbuterol. I don't know what he got popped for. It wasn't Clenbuterol.
Martinez got popped with Clenbuterol. Neary ain't get popped with Clenbuterol. It was another substance. But I'm just saying, out of this guy's camp, they keep getting cooked. I mean, Valdez ain't never been popped on nothing his whole career until he started working with y'all. Bow. What's my man's name? He ain't get popped though. Andy ain't started looking good. How Andy lose all that goddamn weight, man? Stop this shit, man. I'm just saying.
That them tacos. He was eating 10 tacos a day, bro. That's how.
Yeah, but he in that time, in a year's time, you cannot turn all that fat in the muscle like that. There's no way. But I'm just saying, I'm just outside looking in, I mean, but he haven't been popped with nothing, so I can't never say dirty, but that shit looks suspicious.
Now, let me say this, right? Let me say this. Like I said, me personally, I ain't gonna keep talking about that shit because I know ain't nothing we can do about that shit. But as far as the fight breakdown, I want to say this because a lot of people think that Canelo just gonna go in there and run through Caleb Plant, and they think that Caleb Plant, he just gonna try to run. Caleb Plant don't fight like that. You never seen Caleb Plant in a fight to where he just try to move around and run away and pop shot the whole fight. Caleb Plant is a fighter. He is a fighter.
All I know is he better look better than he did against Caleb Truax. You got to work that jab and stay on the outside. Don't let Canelo come in. Jab, stay on the outside.
Nah, that's not how he gonna beat Canelo. You don't beat Canelo like that. And this is what I'm gonna say, right? Y'all can think that Caleb Truax. See, with the Caleb Truax, he won every round, right? Now,
Yeah, he won every round.
did he look the greatest? No, but you got to think we're in the middle of a pandemic. Also, it's hard to get up for a motherfucking fight like Caleb Truax. It really is. You're not gonna get the same Caleb Plant that you got in the Caleb Truax fight. And if y'all thinking that, y'all gonna fucking be very, very wrong. This is how he's gonna fight Canelo. This is how I believe he's gonna fight Canelo. You have to be, you gotta give Canelo all type of different looks. He's gonna come to Canelo and fight him in the inside, in the pocket at times. He's going to use his footwork and fight him on the outside. He's going to use his jab. You got to take it to Canelo, and you got to box him. That's what Floyd Mayweather did. A lot of people don't know shit about boxing, so they'll say, "Oh, Floyd Mayweather ran." No, Floyd Mayweather, he mixed it up. Floyd Mayweather took it to Canelo for a lot of that fight, and then at other times he used his footwork and his boxing skills on the outside. So you got to do both. You got to be in his chest, right there. You got to be able to fight him inside, and then you have to be able to box. And that's the type of fighter that Caleb Plant is. Caleb Plant is not no pop shot, stick around and move, because you're not going to beat Canelo like that. You ain't going to beat Canelo trying to run from him. You seen what happened to Billy Joe. Billy Joe was trying to do that shit, pop shot. He's gonna catch up to you. He's gonna cut you off, and he know that, and that's gonna give him confidence because he know you're trying to run from him, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you, and he's gonna get you up out of there. Caleb Plant is gonna confuse him. Caleb Plant is gonna give him all different type of looks. Now, I am picking Caleb Plant to win this fight. I am. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that it's gonna be close. It's going to be a close fight. Now, can Canelo Alvarez beat Caleb Plant? Can he win this fight? Yeah, Canelo can win. Me, it's a 50-50 fight to me. But I'm leaning towards Caleb Plant. And a lot of these dudes, right? Another thing I want to say is people say, oh, well, you know, he has all the skills, but once he gets in the ring with Canelo, can he do that? And I'm going to say, yes, he can do that, because the rest of these dudes, when they get under the light, right? All the things that they can do, that shit go out the window because they get intimidated. They don't know what to do. Caleb Plant, if you look at his confidence, you could tell this man doesn't intimidate him, right? He's gonna be able to put together all of the skills that he have, right, and make this a great fight because he believes in himself. He got the ultimate confidence in himself. He's not gonna get under the lights and then forget everything that he know how to do and get starstruck in the moment. Nah, that's not him. He's not gonna get under the lights and get intimidated because he's in front of because he's in front of Canelo Alvarez. That is gonna be the difference between Caleb Plant and these other guys that you've seen him in the ring with. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and cook.
I learned my lesson from the Danny Jacobs fight. I thought Danny Jacobs was the only one that had a chance because he could switch up. He's good against the counter. Canelo kills you in the counter. If you find him inside, he's going to kill you in the inside. That's just my belief. You cannot fight the man in the inside. He's got power, and he's a good counter puncher. Danny Jacobs couldn't get it done. He came close. I thought Canelo won that fight 7-5, but yeah, I learned my lesson on that. If Danny Jacobs can do it, ain't nobody else really at 168 going to be able to do it. Maybe Caleb has some success. He's got the tools and skills, but I still wouldn't bet against Canelo. That's my thought.
But you got to look at the Danny Jacobs fight. He made Danny Jacobs don't rehydrate. It was a lot of shit in that fight, you know, but
Danny did good, though. Danny Jacobs caught him with a few clean shots. He was getting him, switching to southpaw, keeping him out with the jab.
Yeah, most definitely Danny Jacobs, but Danny Jacobs ain't. I think Caleb Plant a better boxer than Danny Jacobs.
And I don't know. I think Danny Jacobs beats Caleb Plant. That's me, but who knows?
No, I don't think so. But you know, Danny Jacobs is a fighter that never could get over the hump of the what you call that?
It's like the championship hunt. He couldn't beat Triple G. He couldn't beat Canelo. He was close, but just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, just like Canelo, he couldn't beat his biggest fight. But you know, but the skill set I see of Caleb Plant, I see it's going to have a difficulty and he's the bigger man. So that length and that boxing skill he's gonna have problems with that. I see it. I see the attitude of Canelo, but I like it though. It looked like it's making him going to work even harder. So I mean, I'm going for Caleb Plant, but Canelo has a hell of a chance of winning. So I'm just on the underdog side.
As far as Harry Jones, as far as Plant having to sit Canelo on his ass, I don't see that happening. I mean, anybody can get dropped, but I go by what a fighter has shown me. Like, Canelo got one of the strongest chins in all of boxing.
Yeah, Triple G couldn't drop him. Ain't nobody dropping that man.
Yeah, I don't see nobody dropping Canelo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And look at his fucking neck. He ain't even got no neck. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody dropping Canelo. Like we got to give credit where credit is due. Like, and plus, it's hard to hit Canelo flush. So Caleb Plant is going to have to use all around skill. He's going to have to use his jab. He's going to have to fight inside and hit Canelo with shit that Canelo don't see coming. He's going to have to slide back and slip to the side. It's a lot of things that he's going to have to do. And I think that he has the skills to do it all. And I think that he's more than capable of putting it all together in the ring. But like I said, it's one thing for me saying that he can do this and that, but he got to do it. He got to do it, and I believe he will. But that's what makes this fight intriguing. People are not giving, and I'm speaking on what Caleb Plant got to do, and saying this about Caleb Plant is because everybody is acting like Caleb Plant ain't got a fucking chance in the world. Like he's just a fucking bullshit ass Rudy Poot ass fighter.
Hey, now he said it yesterday, and every time he get up to the big stage, don't nobody got him, but he always comes out on top.
Right.
Yeah, that speech was on point, talking about how he beat, I think, some guy named Jerry Odom, and that he doing the unbelievable and everybody's doing the believable. So he got confidence. He doesn't lack confidence, so that's good on him.
But everything you said was facts.
Yeah, it's true. It's facts.
When he was about to fight Jose Uzataki,
I'm gonna drop another link if anybody want to hop on, because I'm gonna have to take an important phone call, and I want to keep cooking, but I got to take an important phone call. So, like I said, y'all keep cooking. I'll drop a link. Knockout, if you want to get on the panel. I know you might be at work, but if you want to get on the panel, or anybody else that I know who y'all is, add y'all, because I'm gonna be in the background, like I said, taking a phone call.
Like you said, Uzataki, all the YouTubers, all the writers had Uzataki dog walking them, and he made that fight look easy. But
that was an easy fight, but then again, you go back to the Caleb Truax fight, and he won all the rounds, but it was just like, bro, you should have put that dude away, and like, you kept giving him a chance. Like, you can't fight like that against elite fighters. They're gonna come back and take your life.
Yeah, but Truax is an ex-champion. Truax is a tough fighter. Don't act like Canelo put everybody away. I mean, it was some tough fighters that he should have got out of there that survived. But that shit happens. Jamal Charlo don't get all the bums out of there. Who else? Triple G. Nah, he got all the bums out of there.
Triple G got everybody, bro. He getting everybody.
Nah, he got all his bums. He was fighting all bums. His biggest fight on his resume is Danny Jacobs and Canelo.
Hey, you guys were talking about Bud earlier. So what's up with Bud? Is he gonna fight Virgil Ortiz or not?
Nah, he's fighting Shawn Porter.
Shawn Porter? Oh, hell yeah, that's a good fight right there.
But at least, hey, Irv, at least you the only Canelo fan that I know that's saying they wanted to see him fight Andrade instead of saying, oh, he ain't fighting nobody, he don't deserve a Canelo fight. You the only fan that I see say that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, no, man. A lot of haters out there, like, oh, this and that. Like, and I kind of feel like, you know what? You got to put these haters to sleep. Go fight Andrade, go fight Charlo, and then after that, it's like, all right, who's next? What's up? You know, just put it to rest.
But the thing is, bro, like in our retrospect, if you really break this shit down and you really think about it, when you say if you a fighter, like I understand fans do this shit, right? Like who has this fighter fought? Because you taking up for your fighter. But if you a fighter saying that shit, bro, that's really just a form of ducking. Because when you really break the shit down and you really think about it, dog, like a fighter, when you in the game, all you should really care about is getting your biggest paycheck and can you become world champion. Anything else that you own, bro, anything else that you say, you just try and duck, bro. Like as a fighter, am I getting my biggest paycheck and do I get to become world champion? And if you start talking about this fighter resume and that fighter resume, then you open yourself up to a can of worms. So for instance, Canelo Alvarez telling Demetrius Andrade, who have you fought? Somebody could easily tell him, bro, who did Callum Smith fight, bro? Who did Rocky Fielding fight, bro? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just wish fighters would stay away from that type of shit, fam. Like if you getting your bag and you got a chance to become champion, that's all you should care about. Because all that other shit sounds suspect to me. But that's just
he just needs to fight him and like clear the bullshit. Like just fight him and see who the best man is. That way, no matter what, you fought him. It is what it is. Win or lose, all that shit got talked. It got handled.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, for everybody, one thing I want to touch on, because Robert Garcia, he agreed with me. It's a lot of people, and I see a ton of people really comparing Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders, right? I just want to make a public service announcement that they don't fight nothing alike, bro.
Nope, not even. No, not nothing alike.
Caleb Plant is way better than Billy Joe Saunders, fam. Like, way better. We talking hand speed, foot movement, the ability to actually counter your ass and sit in the pocket. Billy Joe Saunders does none of that. The only thing he do on the move is the jab, bro. Other than that, he on his bicycle trying to avoid punches. You go show me some tape of Billy Joe Saunders doing a pull counter or rolling with somebody punching, coming back with an uppercut. You can't find it, bro. That tape don't exist. So I'm glad Robert Garcia agreed with me, because when I said it, a lot of people call me a hater, but I'm trying to tell y'all, I ain't picking Caleb Plant to win, because I ain't broke down the fight and I ain't got my prediction yet. But
why you ain't picking him to win?
Oh, just because I hold it close to the vest, do breakdowns and predictions every week on my channel.
Yeah, I'm checking y'all, little brother. I'm checking y'all.
I'm gonna break that one down and predict it the week of the fight. So I don't want to let who I'm picking just yet. But what I am saying is, what I will reveal, it's gonna be a tough ass fight. For anybody think that this is gonna be a cakewalk either way, it's gonna be a tough ass fight.
Yeah, it's a hard ass fight. It's probably one of Canelo's hardest fights. Like a Buster Floyd, this is probably the hardest one.
But I guarantee you one thing: when he get up in there with Caleb Plant, it's not gonna be what he expects. Especially with him working with Dre right now, it's not gonna be what Canelo expects. Sooner or later, the way you beat Canelo, first of all, Canelo likes to counter. That means you give him quick feints to make him commit and you counter him. Next thing, if he start backing Canelo up, game over. Let y'all know. He don't have to hit Canelo hard enough to knock him out. He got to do just like Floyd did, hard enough to make him respect him, hard enough to make him go, damn, that shit hurt. Damn, I can't just keep going up in there and taking this shit. And Caleb Plant got a great feet. Caleb Plant got fast ass hands. And if he start backing Canelo up, it's gonna be ball game. And when Canelo get frustrated, I saw it against Lara. He start reaching. If he start reaching on Caleb Plant, he gonna eat some shit. Caleb Plant IQ is very, very high. People don't give him enough credit because he don't get a lot of knockouts. But he boxes his ass off and he make you respect his power by hitting you enough to make you respect his power. And then just like Uskadagi, he didn't respect his power. That's why he got caught with flash knockdowns. So I'm not saying he's gonna knock Canelo down. I'm not saying he's gonna knock Canelo out. But it's gonna be a very good and interesting fight, and I don't think it's gonna be what Canelo think it is. I don't think. I think Canelo got it because he's been steamrolling these bums that he's been fighting. I think that these European fighters that he's been fighting, I think that his confidence is way up, sort of like that time when Jamel thought when he was just relying on his power to knock people out, like he did when he was against Tony Harrison in the first fight, and he had a rude awakening. So I think that Canelo will have a rude awakening if he go in there with the attitude that he's gonna just knock this guy out, and it's gonna be the same fight like the last 4 fights he had, because it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be a whole different thing. Caleb Plant is a very, very good boxer. He's very intelligent and he knows how to counter. And him working with Dre is gonna really up his game. Y'all mark my words. I'm not saying he gonna win. I'm not saying either one of them gonna win. But this is gonna be a very tough fight for Canelo.
Yeah, the one thing that worries me about the fight for Caleb Plant is, number one, his activity rate, because this will be Canelo's 3rd fight this year. This is Caleb Plant's 2nd fight in 2 years. I'm worried about that. And then I'm also worried the level of competition. Like that I always come back to who has Caleb Plant fought that's gonna get him ready for somebody like Canelo Alvarez, right? Because at the end of the day,
Well, knockout. Let me say one thing. Knockout. One thing is this. You got to understand, Caleb Plant has international experience, bro. Just like Errol Spence, he has international experience. So that's the difference. People don't understand that the amateur programs are very important. He's seen all kind of styles, bro. So it's not going to be nothing for him to make adjustments in the ring. That's what makes the difference when you see most Olympians. Most of them come out and they be successful, and a lot of them become world champions. You know,
no,
so
those is facts.
So
those is facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't use that saying, well, he haven't seen this and that. He's seen all kind of styles, bro. So especially having international.
I agree with everything you just said. It's just, has he seen it recently? You know what I'm saying? Like seeing it recently and being in that type of fight recently, to me, I could be wrong, but that matters to me because, like, bro, like Canelo's gonna be better than anybody he's fought in his professional career. Will Caleb Plant be better than anybody Canelo's fought? I don't know. He might be, but Canelo he's been in there with Erislandy Lara. He's been in there with Floyd Mayweather. He's been in there with Triple G and the Cottos and all the people that he's fought with. Caleb Plant hasn't been in there where he's like, okay, I know what this level of fighter can do. I know how to make my adjustments. Now, can he still make the adjustments? I don't know. We'll see on November 6th, but I'm not saying that will cause him to lose, but I'm not even saying that, but I do think it's something to think about when you think about how active he's been lately, because I don't think he's fought enough. And Canelo's been very active for whatever you want to say about him. The man fought in December, and now he's fighting again in September. And so he's fought more times in the past year than Caleb Plant has fought in the past 2 years. And then you also
think about this, though, knockout. So think about this. So think about this. Who has Caleb? Who has Canelo fought that's got the style of Caleb Plant?
Recently.
Most recently, the closest one to me, honestly, would be Daniel Jacobs, and that was like what, 2017.
That style, Daniel Jacobs' style is nothing.
Not style, not style, skill set. But I don't think
his skill set is nothing like Caleb Plant.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
Caleb Plant is way faster than Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs, see the difference. If you look at Danny Jacobs throw punches like this. He don't throw a lot of straight punches. You look at Caleb Plant, he mixes it up. He throws straight punches. He loop around. He got an up jab. He throws from the side jab. He throw hooks. He double hooks. Danny Jacobs don't do none of that shit. And Danny Jacobs' speed are nothing compared to Caleb Plant.
No, and I agree with everything. I agree with everything you're saying. My point isn't so much the style; it's the level of fighter. Is what I'm saying. Like Canelo Alvarez has fought more people on that level than Caleb Plant has fought, if that makes sense. So styles, when you're talking about adjustments and who can adjust to whose style, I would say, just based on my opinion, the person who has fought more better fighters be able to adjust better than someone who hasn't fought that level of fighter yet, if that makes sense. Now, I don't think Canelo is anybody like what Caleb Plant, vice versa. They have not fought each other's style because I don't think Caleb Plant fights like Lara. I don't think he fights like Mayweather, but I don't think Canelo fights like Uskotsky. I don't think Canelo fights like Caleb Truax either. So it's a very interesting fight. And like I said, it's gonna be a tough fight. I'm just giving y'all some things that I think that I'm gonna be looking out for. Like, yo, bro, if Caleb Plant isn't successful, is it gonna be because he hasn't been as active? Is it gonna be because he spent his professional career not fighting A-level fighters? That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm posting, you know.
But listen, but it ain't who you fought, right? It's how you prepare for him and who's going to come in there and execute the game plan.
Right.
That's what it is for me. Because if you go back and look at any champion when they first get their shot, who they fight? Nobody. Who got them ready for one of the champions? Nobody, because they never fought a level of competition like that. So
I mean, I think Virgil Ortiz, who's not a champion, I think he's getting ready pretty quick. He's fighting good fighters. I think Jerome Ennis is fighting good fighters. Like, people fight good fighters before they get championships, bro.
Oh, he fought a fighter in Green Beans that came off of lows. It ain't like Green Beans that ran through a lot of people and had a championship and had all this experience. No.
Hey, and like Knockout, think about this, Knockout. Think about this. Before Errol Spence fought Kell Brook, he hadn't fought nobody like Kell Brook.
But he got experience against Algeria, bro. He got experience against
Algeria was nowhere near Kell Brook. Nowhere near.
I'm just saying they good fighters, bro. That's all I'm saying. But in this equation that we trying to make right now, though, I'm saying Canelo has fought that level, bro. Caleb Plant has not.
Uskotsky was the boogeyman, bro. Uskotsky was the boogeyman when Caleb Plant beat him.
But Uskotsky is not Erislandy Lara, bro. Uskotsky is not. He's not Cotto, bro. He's not Jacobs. He's not Triple G. Like, that's all I'm saying, bro. We can all agree that Canelo has the better experience professionally. That's all I'm saying.
Of course he do. The motherfucker got 50-something fights, and he fought a bunch of bums in Mexico before he even started fighting in America. So,
and what I'm trying to tell y'all is, I think that matter, bro. That's all I'm saying. I think that could matter in the fight. That's it.
Man, it's the way you playing for the fighter. Because when you fought that last fighter, the last fighter ain't fight like the fight you about to fight. So it's about your planning. It's about
right.
I know at one point in time in Caleb Plant's life, he's been against the best of the best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When he fought on the international level and winning all that he did to say where he came from, bro, that dude accomplished a lot of shit, bro.
No, here's my thing too, though. This is what worries me for Canelo. I'm worried about him being in there with somebody who ain't backing down from him, bro. I'm worried about him. I'm
not worried because I don't give a fuck about Canelo. I'm pulling for the Americans.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, analyzing the fight, bro. Like, for Canelo Alvarez, like, bro, you finally got a fighter in front of you that's like, look, bro, I don't care what you talking about. I think you a cheater. I'm coming to beat your ass. Callum Smith wasn't trying to beat him, bro. Callum Smith wasn't trying to beat him. None of them was. Rocky Fielding wasn't trying to beat him. Them dudes was just happy to be there.
None of them.
And so, as a boxing fan, I'm just glad we finally get to see him in a fight where the person has the skills and the person has the mindset to where they trying to come at him, bro. That's all. So I'm seeing it from both sides, and I'm not picking one or the other just yet. But it's some stuff to be worried about for Canelo, but it's also some stuff where we got some questions on Caleb Plant. That's all I'm saying, bro.
At least you saying Canelo not acting like himself no more.
Nah, he ain't. I ain't never seen him push nobody at a press conference, fam. Never. I've never seen him behave that way, bro.
Even when him and Mayweather was jawing at each other. No. But like I said, man, I'm just happy this shit going on, man. This is what's missing out of boxing. I hope the fucking Terence Crawford and fucking Shawn Porter fight be the fucking same at the press conference.
Yeah, but think about this though, Bat. It ain't gonna need to be that way with them two. And you know why? Because both of them motherfuckers are dogs, and we know what we getting.
We know what product is getting in that ring with them two. They could go and kiss each other before the fight, but you know them two dog motherfuckers, when they get in that ring, Jack, they gonna be going at it, party. Them two motherfuckers, right? This gonna be the fight of the year. Y'all watch and see. Shawn Porter and Bud Crawford gonna be the fight of the year. We gonna really see what Bud made out of now. We gonna see if he on that level, Jack. I promise you. Cause Shawn Porter gonna get it out of him. One way or the other, he gonna get it out of him. It's like if you got two cops fighting and you think yours the best, and you know both of these motherfuckers are some bad motherfuckers. These boys is gonna go out to somebody fucking either get knocked out or there gonna be some damage done in this fight on both sides. We gonna see if Bud is really a welterweight or if he should have stayed at 140. Because I'm gonna tell you now, partner, Shawn Porter is gonna get it out of him. He gonna either bring the best out of him or Bud gonna fold. And the thing about it is, if Bud, we done seen Bud get buzzed too many times. Now we done seen Shawn get flash knockdowns, but he not hurt. We done seen Bud get the stanky leg.
Oh, you went out.
You went out, coach.
You went out, coach.
What's happening with it? Money Brown, TV off in the building. What's good with you? What's good with him?
Money Brown, the Canelo.
The one and only.
If you want a link, all you got to do is say the word. Coach, you there? You on mute, coach? We can't hear you.
We can't hear you, coach. Still can't hear you.
Yeah, he gonna come back in.
But salute, Key. What's up, bro?
Man, what's up? What's up with it? Knockout, man. I had an important phone call to take. I had to hop off.
I went and hid out at work real quick. You was like, go ahead and hop on. I gotta take this phone call. I was like, I can cook for a little bit. They won't catch me.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, coach.
Yeah, boy, it's gonna be. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a barn burner, boy. I can't wait for that fight. I'm so excited for that fight, bro. I'm really excited, bro.
I hope that everybody that think that Terence Crawford is going in there and knocking out Shawn Porter, I hope y'all keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. I hope y'all keep that same energy. I hope that y'all bet on the fight in the betting line, show that, because I just really hope y'all make some money, bro. Drico Bay. Now Drico Bay, I know he's a huge Bud Crawford fan. He's a huge fan of Bud Crawford. So Drico, do you think that Bud is knocking out Shawn Porter?
That's a good point.
I want to know, Drico. My man Drico, answer. I want to know what you think. Do you think that Bud is stopping Shawn Porter? I want to know what Drico got to say, because Sheena say Bud is done if Shawn beats him. Maybe a rematch clause and no arrow fight. Like I said, I think that Bud is gonna beat Shawn, but I think that the fight is gonna be very close. Let me take this phone call real quick, y'all.
The thing in that fight that interests me the most is gonna be the distance in that fight, coach. Like I really want to see if it can break that distance and get inside of Terence Crawford punches to make him smother his shot and make it a dog fight. Like that's the most intriguing thing about that fight to me, because I think wherever that fight is fought, that's gonna dictate who wins the fight. If Porter and catch him with them well-timed counter shots and catch him at the end of his punches, he gonna have a chance to beat up Shawn Porter pretty bad. But if Shawn Porter can get to his chest, stick to his chest, and make it a dog fight, that changes the complexion of the fight. Because I don't know. I mean, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Terence Crawford just ain't banging on the inside like that with good leverage. His power usually from the end of his punches with those long ass arms. But that's just how I see that fight. I think it's gonna be the most intriguing, probably fight of the year type of candidate fight, man. But I'm most interested in where that fight is fought at in terms of the distance. I really can't wait to watch that one, bro.
Drico, let me answer, because Drico said he didn't hear what I said. I'm saying, do you think that Terence Crawford is stopping Bud? That's my question to you. Do you think, because I know you're a huge Bud fan, so do you think that Terence Crawford is stopping Bud?
Well, let's see.
Drico Bay, my man Drico Bay, that's my brother right there, but he jumped shit. He used to be a huge Spence fan, And then all of a sudden, he jumped ship and he pro Bud everything. He said, yes. Okay, Draco Bay, I'll be giving you a phone call later on. And we're gonna see if you really believe what you saying.
That's why he your brother, bro, because you did the same thing to our Cowboys. Don't come back now, bro.
No, I'm always a Cowboys fan. I'm just realistic. I'm realistic. I ain't one of the fans that's gonna say we gonna win the Super Bowl every year.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Hey.
But listen,
Yeah, no, if
Bud
Terence didn't knock him out, Bud ain't gonna knock him out, bro.
Bud ain't been using his legs lately, man. Let's see if he gonna just be standing right there going toe to toe, man.
Yeah, and his fans will have you believe that it's by choice. You know what I'm saying? That he's doing it because he want to knock people out and all that. Look, bro,
I think he is.
Older. People get older, so we'll see. For his sake, I hope it's by choice because I don't know if he want to just stand there and let Shawn Porter in his chest like that.
And this is the thing with y'all. Bud doesn't fight on the inside that good. Like that's one thing that Shawn Porter has over Bud. He don't fight on the inside that well. You can get your Bud on the inside. Now I'm not saying that he's weak because Bud is strong. He's real strong, but his inside game ain't all of that.
Yeah.
He need that distance. Coach.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Man, I tell you what, bro. He ain't gonna have a choice. He ain't gonna have a choice in the matter. There's no way you can keep Shawn Porter out from getting on the inside. It's just not gonna happen. Because of his side movement, his quick twitch, the way Shawn moves, he gonna get on the inside. So that's the one thing that he gonna have to sharpen up on fighting on the inside because he gonna get in there. There's no stopping him from that. And Shawn Porter got a good jab when he want to use it. So like I said,
I think one fighter did it, Coach. You don't think Ugas kept Shawn Porter at bay a little good, like really good?
Yeah, he did, but he got inside sometimes. But the way Ugas fights, Ugas is a counter puncher. See, when you fight, Terence gonna have to become a counter puncher. Terence Crawford is the type of fighter he want to get you back. Just like when you saw he getting a mix with Gamboa. You saw him getting a mix with what's the kid Green Machine. You saw him getting a mix with those guys, especially if they touch him. He's the type of fighter that he gets angry and he wanna get you back. But you can't do that with Shawn Porter. That's the problem. It's gonna be a very intriguing fight on seeing if, like I said, if Bud is what he say he is and what everybody think he is. Because this is the hardest fight of his career right here. So far. Because Shawn Porter would beat the shit out of every opponent that he fought. and that's a fact, bro.
Hey, I ain't here to argue with
at this stage, the only
he went out again.
You went out again, Coach. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, but it definitely is the toughest fight of his career. I mean, you just gotta look at who he's fought. You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights. Styles make fights, and Bud ain't fought nobody that's gonna bring it to his front door like this. Most people kind of how we say with Canelo. Most people like Kell Brook. I don't know if he was there to just beat up Bud like that. Jose Benavidez seemed like he had some heart. He just didn't have the tools to do it because he was on one leg. He's finally fighting an in-prime, top-level fighter that knows what it's like to be with people with his skill set. And that's what's crazy about this fight. Like, the more talented fighter, the one that everybody has pound for pound, he ain't been tested the way that Shawn Porter been tested. Shawn Porter been in there with everybody, so he know what to expect, bro. He know what to expect, and he gonna always. That's one thing about him and his pops and Barry Hunter and them. They always gonna have a good game plan. They always gonna have a good game plan. They always make you fight. They fight. So it's gonna be very, very fun to see, man.
Quick question: what's the purse for Shawn Porter? I remember I was listening to his podcast, and he said that Bob Arum disrespected him by offering only $1 million. Did they up the ante on that? Because $1 million for
$4 million. He's getting $4 million for this fight.
That's not bad. That's good. Yeah, that's good because I was listening to Shawn Porter's podcast. Like, this fool offered me $1 million. Like, what the fuck? Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
up
$4
that.
million.
And see, me, a lot of people ain't talking about it, but I think that Bob Arum making this fight, that's showing that Bud is staying with Top Rank. I really think he's staying with Top Rank now. He hasn't said nothing about leaving Top Rank. He gonna stay with Top Rank.
But Bob Arum made this fight because he was forced to make this fight.
Yeah.
Really? Not really. Well, I think
yeah, he was. He was forced.
I think
He
that
was
Bob
absolutely
Arum
forced
went
to.
to the WBO and had this happen.
No, listen though. He was forced. I don't know if he went to WBO, but I know he was forced to make this fight because if anybody else would have got this fight and it had done numbers, he'd have looked stupid. So he was forced to do it.
I'm telling you, man, you Bob, the WBO ain't gonna force Bob Arum to do nothing that he don't want to do. I think that Bob Arum went and hollered at the WBO.
No, Keon, that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is that because it was going to purse bid.
You cut out again, Coach.
I'm gonna finish what Coach was saying. What I was saying was, like Coach said, because it was going to purse bid, and if it went to purse bid, Triller, what's your man name? The Zone,
and Matchroom, Matchroom. Those.
Yeah, they'd have had the shot at it, and if they would have got this fight and gave them boys the money they wanted, and it'd have been a successful fight, Bob would have looked stupid.
Oh, so Batman. No, I feel what you're saying with that. I'm talking about what I was saying. See, we mixed up. What I was saying is when the WBO first ordered the fight, I think that was Bob Arum's doing, right? Now, I agree with what you're saying that he was forced to make the fight after it was ordered, and then after, he found out about, other promotional companies was going to outbid him, right? But I'm saying in the beginning, right, because nobody was talking about the WBO. Actually, they had moved Virgil Ortiz in front of Shawn Porter.
Yes,
right?
they did. But now listen to this though, Keith.
And then all of a sudden, you get the WBO has ordered Shawn Porter in, Terence Crawford. I think that was Bob Arum's doing there.
So if it was Bob Arum's doing, Bud Crawford ain't want to fight.
And I don't think he didn't want to fight. He wasn't worried about. He wasn't pushing for the fight ever. That was Bob Arum doing in the last ditch effort to show Bud, look, I'm really trying to get you these fights with these PBC guys so he could keep Bud at the last minute.
But hold on, but listen to this though. It never had to go there. You only offered Shawn Porter $1 million, knowing he wasn't going to take that. Then
I ain't nobody gonna take that $1 million for Shawn Porter. It was just like cut bait. Like, look, I tried.
Yeah. But now, if that's the case, if Bob pressed the WBO, I know he ain't want to get Shawn Porter $4 million. So that means if he had to press the WBO to order this fight, that means Bud ain't never really wanted to sign no contract with no Shawn Porter.
See, I look at it. I don't think that Bud is afraid of Shawn Porter, but I think that if Bud is the type of fighter, right? If he not fighting Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao, right? I think Bud is complacent to where he's at. He like, shit, fuck it. I just continue to fight these other, lower class level fighters and get my guarantee as long as I'm with Top Rank.
Yes, but he's not afraid of Shawn Porter. But Shawn
Porter, not at all.
He knows Shawn Porter can mess up things of to get to that Errol Spence fight.
See, and that's why like that, and then a few other reasons. I actually believe it was Shawn Porter's side that pulled the arm of the WBO, because when you look at everything they played out, the person it benefits Shawn Porter. Bob Arum wouldn't want to do shit to benefit Shawn Porter. He lowballed Shawn Porter the whole time. And the WBO did something that they normally don't do. They said, hey, if this goes to purse bid, that's a 60-40 split, 60 for the champion, 40 for the challenger. That too benefits Shawn Porter's side. And we all saw that Shawn Porter's team, his pop said it, Shawn Porter said it, they were the one trying to make the fights all along. I think what Bob Arum did do, he tried to go to the WBO and he tried to get them to put Virgil Ortiz in that position because Virgil Ortiz would be a cheaper fight. Now for Shawn Porter and the PBC, people saying, you know, Bob Arum, he runs the WBO. We gotta understand the PBC is starting to get a foothold on some of them WBO championships. You got Castano, who's a WBO champion. You got Stephen Fulton, who's a WBO champion. So they're starting to get more play and more pull from that particular sanctioning body. And if you look at who the purse bid benefits, who did it get the fight, who was calling for the fight, and who did it benefit the most, I would have to say Shawn Porter, because it brought other players to the market to where Top Rank had no choice. But they're sitting up here like, damn, bro, if we don't negotiate this fight, if we get made, not only do we have to share Tyson Fury with PBC because that's going to be a co-promotion, we already got Teofimo Lopez running around here with Triller. His fight ain't getting made. And now we're about to lose Terence Crawford too. We're about to lose our 3 top stars in the span of a year. They all about to get money from other platforms and shit. And so with all the pressure being on him, I can't say that he's the one that ordered the purse bid, because everything that the purse bid did benefited Shawn Porter's side. And so if he was the one to order the purse bid, then he was a damn fool and it was a stupid ass business move. So I'm thinking that it came from Shawn Porter's side. That's just my whole thought on it. But you know, I could be wrong. Been wrong before.
Coach, is that you saying drop the link because you already in here? I'll drop it again. Hold on.
He trying to get on the computer, I guess.
Oh, okay. I dropped it again, Coach. I thought somebody had made a fake coach account. You know, these dudes, man, be trying to be slick. Drico, I got to get on your helmet, bro. Drico is Drico is a Terence Crawford fanatic. I'm talking about to the diehard Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford will call Drico Bay and tell him he just ran across water barefoot, and Drico gonna come back and tell everybody that Terence Crawford just ran across water barefoot, and you better believe he did. Hey, Drico says it was the Porters. He says Al really didn't want no part of TC. I think I misread that. I misread that the first time. My bad, Drico.
Hey, while you got a quick break, I got to get back to work. Keith, thanks for letting me hop on. It was nice cooking with y'all, bro. I'm gonna hop off and get back in the chat, man.
All right, knockout, salute. So he said, I don't get what you're saying. I think he's saying maybe it was the Porters that was pushing for the. Well, we all know that Shawn Porter was pushing for the fight. That Kenny and Shawn was pushing for the fight. So I think I misread what you said. I think that you was trying. I thought that you was trying to say that Shawn Porter didn't want the fight, right? That's what I misread what you said. My bad, knockout. I apologize. But yeah, you're right. If this is what you're saying, it was Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter that was pushing for the fight. As far as Al Haymon, I don't think that Al Haymon wanted to fight. So I agree with Drico Bay. And I was telling people that in my videos. That's why I didn't think that the fight was going to happen, because Al Haymon didn't want this fight to go down, for the simple fact is that he didn't want to split the bag with, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want to have to split the bag with Top Rank. I think Al Haymon was looking at the situation like, look, if this man is about to become a free agent, let's let him become a free agent, and then we can make the fight happen, but we could do it all under the PBC umbrella. So, of course, it made a lot of sense for Al Haymon not to want the fight to happen. So you got Drico Bay right there, and he talks to Terence Crawford and Terence Crawford's people all the time. He talked to them all the time. So what I was telling y'all the whole time in my videos, I was right what I was telling y'all, but the fight happened. So when I was saying that, you know, Al Haymon looking at the shit like it don't make sense for the fight to happen right now, we can just wait for him to become a free agent. Al Haymon didn't want this shit to go down, right?
Yes, because listen to this though. If he become a free agent, Shawn Porter ain't gonna get the fight no fucking way, because he's gonna want to fight Errol Spence.
But I think you can do it to where, you know, Errol Spence, because you see he's becoming a free agent in October. So you still got time to make a Shawn Porter fight, and then after that make an Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight, because Errol Spence is out anyway.
Listen, Keith, if I'm Terence Crawford, why would I want to fight Shawn Porter? And I don't want to fucking fight him because he could possibly win. He's in my way. I want the money. I don't want to fight no fucking Shawn Porter if I'm a free agent. If I sign with you, I want Earl Spence. And Shawn Porter,
you make a lot of sense, of course.
But Shawn Porter knows this. I need to hurry up and get this fight. That's why they pressing.
That's why they was pressing for it.
Hey.
Right. But Al Heyman didn't want it because Al Heyman is looking at it as I ain't trying to split no bag with these guys. For what? Coach, you still on mute, Coach. We still can't hear you. I don't know what's going on with Coach's situation over there. He can hear us, but we can't hear him. We can't hear Coach.
You probably gotta go in and come back, go out and come back in, Coach. But like I was saying though, Keith, I'm like, dog, Shawn Porter wants to run it back with Earl Spence, man. He really think in that fight he left a little bit on the table, and I think if he can get a belt, he can get the rematch with Earl Spence.
Right. That's exactly you, and you. I agree with you 150%. Right. Shawn Porter knows that if he can beat Porter, he gonna go and clamor for that rematch with Errol Spence. But see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing that what Shawn Porter don't understand, and what a lot of these Terence Crawford fanatics and just Errol Spence haters don't understand. Errol Spence, when he fought Shawn Porter, bro, he probably wasn't as good as he was when he fought Danny Garcia. We heard him say that he was only like 70% when he fought Danny Garcia. What the fuck you think he was when he fought Shawn Porter? When he fought Shawn Porter, he was doing any and everything right outside of the ring that he shouldn't have been doing. When he fought Shawn Porter, he was a shell of himself. Look at Errol Spence's body when he fought Shawn Porter, and then just go and compare to Errol Spence's body, you know what I'm saying, before the Mikey Garcia fight, and then you can even compare to when he fought Danny Garcia. When he fought Shawn Porter, he looked like he looked like a shriveled up prune when he fought Shawn Porter.
But he said it though. He said he did no ad work in the Mikey Garcia or the Shawn Porter fight.
When he fought Shawn Porter, he was out there living that lifestyle, boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying it is because he talked about it himself. He was out there living that lifestyle when he fought Shawn Porter. So to me, when he fought Shawn Porter, Errol Spence was probably 60% of himself when he fought Shawn Porter. Now, I don't want to take nothing away from Shawn Porter because I think that Shawn Porter was at the peak of his game when he fought Errol Spence. That's what made the fight so close, is because Errol Spence wasn't nowhere near, you know what I'm saying, peak condition when he fought Shawn Porter.
But you can't tell that to Shawn. Shawn thinking he was in the fight. He don't care what.
That's why Shawn, right? If he ever get back in the ring with Errol Spence, he gonna be in for a rude awakening because it's a whole different Errol Spence.
Yeah, but you can't tell him that. He think he can rock with him.
So Drico, right? Drico, like I said, my man Drico, that's my brother, Drico Bay. Drico talks to the he you know what I'm saying, he close with Terence Crawford and Terence Crawford's camp. Drico is saying that he said Batman. He says Terence Crawford not worried about Shawn Porter. He says the Porters went against Al Heyman's wishes. Now you hear that? And what was I telling y'all in the video? I told y'all, and I've been telling y'all this. Y'all see why my man Drico is telling y'all why this fight happened. He said that Shawn Porter, right, in his pops, they went against everything that Al Heyman was advising them to do and not to do.
Because they was going to be on the back burner. No, man.
Yeah, that's why. They're losing money, of course.
At the end of the day, man, they've been company men. They've been doing everything Al asked them to do. They lost their belt. Terence Crawford got a belt, but Terence Crawford and Earl Spence a bigger fight. But they like, fuck that. We trying to get back in.
Bro, see, don't make me do this, Drico. See, Drico be coming in here with that slick shit, talking about Errol Spence wasn't skillful enough to go to Plan B. Porter made EJ fight his fight. No, man, you 150% wrong. For real, you can't come in here talking about what Bud can do and what Bud this and Bud that when Bud ain't fought nobody.
But listen,
Bud
to
ain't,
Drigo.
Bud ain't fought nobody on no elite level like Shawn Porter.
Hey, Drigo, if that was the case, the man came off an accident and made motherfucking Danny Garcia look like he ain't even belong in boxing.
Right. Come on, bro. You don't come in here talking about that Errol Spence wasn't skillful enough. Man, you know better than that.
Keith Thurman had a tough fight with Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter, but Errol Spence the only one made him look average, look real average, coming off a car accident.
But Drico, I'm gonna hit you after this, and you gonna have a chance to make me believe that you believe everything that you saying. You got it, because you already know what I want to do, Drico. So I want to see if Drico Bay really believe what he's saying. All that shit that he's saying about Bud and Bud gonna do. I want to know if you believe, and we gonna see if you really believe what you saying. My man Money Brown said Al did what's best for the Porters. I disagree with they. He said he disagreed when we saying that the Porters went against Al Heyman wishes.
I mean, he did, because Porter came on there on his podcast and said that. But Al probably got behind him now and be like, damn, y'all is my soldiers. Man, go ahead, y'all can go over and do that, man. Go over and win that belt. Y'all win that belt, it's cool.
Wait, hold on, Trico. What are you talking about? Errol Spence's face was unrecognizable. When did this happen? Because I must have missed it. Did y'all see? Y'all seen the fight where Errol Spence's face was unrecognizable? Because I must have been in a coma.
The only time
I'm gonna drop the link. Drico, you gotta come in here and get that smoke, all that shit you talking right now.
Listen, the only time Errol Spence's face was unrecognizable is when he had a car accident.
Yeah, what is you talking about, Drico?
Yeah. Drico talking about the Mikey Garcia fight?
I mean, Earl ain't really getting touched in the Mikey Garcia fight.
I know, he didn't have a single scrap on his face.
I mean, he did have a little knot on his face after the Porter fight, but Danny Garcia fight, he had a smooth face.
Now you gonna have to grab, Drico finna grab that link.
Yeah, Drico.
Fight Night Elite, salute. SWAT TX, salute. Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? John Kramer in the building, what's happening with it? Sylvester 2011, what's good with it? My man J.A. Dixon. Yep, exactly, J.A. Dixon. J.A. said, that's some bullshit. Errol said he was going to fight Shawn's fight before the fight even started. He had been told everybody that. He said he was going to go back to his dog bully style. He said that shit after he fought Mikey Garcia. He said, man, fuck this boxing shit. I'm going back to being a dog. I'm going back to my bully shit.
You should have did that with Mikey and ain't listened to nobody.
But you see, the outcome, of course he won the fight, right? But it didn't look like the old Errol Spence's because he didn't have the strength that he had before when you talk about when he was fighting Lamont Peterson and Kell Brook, right? He fought the bully style, but he didn't have the same strength because he wasn't doing no strength and conditioning. If anybody that's an athlete, if you think that you're going to have the same strength, not doing no strength and conditioning, right? It going there and have the same strength, you're not. Stop working out for a month, right? Even if you lift weights, stop lifting weights for a month and then go. You're not finna have the same strength.
Nah, you ain't gonna be able to lift what you was lifting.
Yeah, you not. That's just common sense. So he made the fight tougher for himself when he fought Shawn Porter because he wasn't doing the same things that he was doing that got him to that level.
You can start
Coach.
working out for 2 weeks and start feel a little weird.
Right. Exactly. And that's
You
just
on mute,
you know.
Coach.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Finally. Jesus Christ. I'm gone. This motherfucker ain't working.
Yo, we can hear you.
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you, bro.
We can hear you now. Oh, here
All
goes Drico. Here goes Drico. There he is. There goes Drico talking all that shit. What's happening
Yo,
with him?
what's going on, sons? Welcome, peace to the panel and everybody in the chat. What's good, y'all?
What's
What's
happening
good,
with
Drico?
Big Drico?
I just came to spread love the Brooklyn way, you know.
Already. Man, come on. Elaborate on what you were saying, Drico.
I think, like I said in the chat, I think that Porter has a way of forcing his fight on the other fighters because he hasn't faced anybody as skillful as a TC as of yet. You know, fighting off the back foot with either foot, fighting off with either hand, backwards, forwards, lateral movement. I think TC is able to make Porter fight his fight. And when I
Yes.
said Earl Spence didn't have a plan B. He thought he was going to go in there and just run through Shawn Porter, and that didn't happen. So he was forced to fight Shawn Porter's fight. You see what I mean?
But
And I
Let me ask you this, Drico.
yeah,
Let me ask you this, okay? Now, I hear everything that you're saying about Bud, right? Now,
right.
you know boxing just like everybody else on the panel knows boxing. When
Right.
you step up in competition, when an elite fighter fights another elite fighter, the fight looks very different. You're not able to do just like you, right? Say if you get in a street fight, right? You ain't able to do the same thing against another motherfucker that's on your level, right? That you can
Right.
do against a motherfucker that you know that you just gonna run through and do. So it's levels. So yeah,
Right.
you saying like we seen EJ, right? Like we seen
Right.
Errol Spence when he was up and coming. He was able to do certain things to certain opponents, but then when he got to that elite level, it's certain things that we didn't see. Now,
Right.
I'm saying that to ask you this. Who has Bud Crawford fought, right? On
Right.
the elite level, right? At 147, that shows you that he can do any and everything that he's been doing to all these other opponents. Name me one opponent that he displayed all of these skills that you're saying on the elite level.
Well, he's a pro, right? And ain't knocked out every opponent at 147. So even though he's not showing the
EJ would have
skills,
did the same shit.
so even if he's not showing the skills on an elite opponent, so to speak, but he is showing the skills. You see what I'm saying? So the skills are there.
He supposed to show the skills on lesser opponents. He supposed to do that.
Well, I mean, if you don't have the skills, you just don't have it, whether the opponent is lesser or not, correct?
That's just if I take my 7-year-old son. My 7-year-old son got skills, but if I take him against somebody that's going to back down to him and let him do what he want to do, he's going to show out. But if he got another dog in there, he's going to be in a dog fight.
Well, that's you talking apples and oranges now. We talking about does TC have the skills? Yeah, he does have the skills. Just because he's in there with lesser opponents doesn't mean that he doesn't have the skills. That just means that he's been in there with lesser opponents.
No,
you see what I mean?
But what I'm saying is that
skills.
I'm saying that when you get in there, but see what I'm saying is when he gets in there, it with another elite opponent, not Mean Green Machine and Jeff Horns and
will he be able to display that?
What I'm saying is when he gets in there with another elite opponent, he's going to have to prove it to me then. Now it's all hearsay.
Right,
Now,
I agree.
Because we never seen him in there with another elite opponent like Shawn Porter. I think my opinion is Shawn Porter is gonna take a lot of the things that he does against these other fighters. Shawn Porter is the fighter that can take it away. Now,
take what away?
Huh?
Take what away?
I mean, elaborate on what you think he can do, and I'll tell you.
I mean, he can. I think TC can check every box.
As in what? TC,
I mean, he
okay,
can.
let me give you an example. TC, he have a problem fighting inside. He's not an inside fighter like that.
That's true.
So Shawn Porter is a fighter that's gonna smother you. He even smother his own shit sometimes to smother you. Shawn Porter's gonna be right in his chest. Shawn Porter has great footwork. A lot of people don't give credit to Shawn Porter for the footwork he got, right?
Right.
He can match footwork with Terence Crawford.
Right. You know, the only thing I'm worried about Shawn Porter doing, bro, and honest with you, is a headbutt and TC getting cut. Other than that, I think TC has the skills to play Matador.
So
I think, Shawn.
You think TC is going to be able to keep him on the outside for 12 rounds? I don't know, man. That's kind of double for me. Not for 12 rounds.
I don't think that he's going to be able to keep him outside for 12 rounds, but I think he's going to soften him up enough where he's going to be able to go inside and feel comfortable inside with Shawn Porter.
Let me see.
I also know.
Let me say
I also know that TC knows that he not only fighting Shawn Porter, but he know he fighting WBO. He know he fighting Al Heyman. He know he fighting PBC, and he know he fighting Bob Arum. I mean, you know.
So this is what we gonna do, Drico, right?
Yeah.
Because you really believe.
Can I say one thing?
But hold on, I'm gonna give it to you real quick. If you really believe in Terence Crawford and you believe that Terence Crawford is gonna knock out Shawn Porter, well, let's find out right now. Right?
Right.
I'll put up my $1,000 to your $500 on the knockout. That you saying that he gonna knock out Shawn Porter, I'll put my $1,000 to your $500.
I don't want to bet though, but you know what I mean. I'm just my personal.
You don't believe it.
My personal opinion. I think that.
You believe that. You don't believe that. It sounds good.
No, I told you the reasons why. I just don't think Shawn Porter is skillful enough. I think Shawn Porter windmill. I think Shawn Porter gonna come in with his head down and he gonna get caught repeatedly. I think Bud is stronger than what y'all thinking. That man bench pressing like 250, like 10 times, 3 sets of 10. So I think he's stronger. And when y'all think like Shawn Porter just gonna come in and push him around, that's not the case, bro.
It's easy.
I don't think you know how strong Shawn Porter is.
Drico, what's the problem? It's easy money then if you believe that.
Us bet don't have nothing to do with TC knocking Shawn Porter out.
If I'm telling you, right, if I'm speaking with the confidence you are, if somebody giving me the bet, I'm taking it.
Nah, I ain't taking that bet, man.
I just know what.
I just know what he's gonna knock him out.
You want
I just know what. I just gentleman's bet is just my thing. I just know Terence Crawford. I know he'll knock him out. He got too many tools. He got more tools than Earl. Would y'all say that TC is more skillful than Earl?
Well, but you said
no.
you know.
No.
If you know, why don't you take the bet then?
I don't think he's more skillful than Earl.
Listen,
what can TC what can Earl do that TC can't?
What Earl Spence fight? Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Earl Spence fights inside, outside, sideways. Bud Crawford don't fight good on the inside. Earl Spence will beat your body to pieces. That right there in itself is something that Terence Crawford don't do. He can box. He could bang. He can
hold up. Earl can box. Earl can box.
Oh, sure he can. Have you ever seen him in amateurs? Have you ever seen him in amateurs? Wait. Hey, bro, you don't make it to the Olympics. Listen, dude, you don't make it to the Olympics. You don't make it to the Olympics.
Mikey Garcia.
Listen, I'm not talking about Mikey Garcia.
Right.
You don't make it to the Olympics if you cannot box.
I haven't seen Earl box.
Because you haven't seen Earl box don't mean he can't.
You didn't see him box against Danny Garcia.
Danny outboxed Danny Garcia.
So you didn't see that. So what fight was you watching?
Boxed the shit out of him. What do you mean?
I haven't seen Earl take the cement blocks off yet, man, and dance and shoot the jab, and I haven't saw that.
Cement blocks. What fight have you been watching?
He did it against Danny.
Now, what Earl is good at? Earl is good at punch placement. Earl is good at cutting off the ring. Earl is good. Shawn, you say Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter had Earl looking like Bambi, man. Like, let's keep it 100. If we're gonna keep it 100, Shawn Porter was spinning Earl. Shawn Porter was
dipping spinning Earl. Each other.
Come on now, y'all ain't keeping it 100 now.
Hold on. They were spinning. You didn't watch the fight, really, didn't huh? They were spinning. Hold on, they were spinning each other. And not only that, Earl Spence said before the fight I'm going to fight Shawn Porter at his own game. That is what he said.
Because Earl don't have a plan B.
Why
Bro,
don't?
he boxed the
Earl
eyeballs out of Mikey Garcia. He boxed
Earl-
his eyeballs out, bro. He boxed his eye. Chris Van Heerden, he boxed his eyeballs out, bro. The dude can do it all. Bud Crawford can't fight on the inside.
But
That's I'll give you that. That's Bud's only knock. I'm
Well,
sorry,
tell
Batman.
me who Bud beat.
Go ahead,
Who
go
did Bud beat, Drico? Who did Bud beat?
What that got to do with?
I'm asking.
We talk-
Tell me who he
Got a
beat.
lot.
Hey, Drico, I got
Yeah.
one question for you.
Yeah,
Is Floyd Mayweather a hell of a boxer?
yeah, yes.
And he give Errol Spence the nod. So, I mean, what you gonna say? He black
just
in
brought
his
up
eyes.
Floyd-
He black
Floyd
in
May-
Floyd's eyes.
Bruh, you just brought up Floyd. Floyd also told TC he was the best fighter in the world.
Well, I mean,
Where we going with this?
right
All
now,
right,
he
all
is.
right.
For you to
Can I
answer
say
my
something?
question,
Can I
who
get
did Bud beat?
I mean, he beat everybody at welterweight that he
asking
faced
you,
so far.
Who did he beat that impressed you? What impressive opponent that impressed you that's on his resume?
It ain't with me. It's not who he beat. It's how he beat him.
What impressed you? Because all them dudes that he beat and how he was supposed to do that. So who did he beat? What opponent did he beat that you said, okay, man, that shit is impressive?
Well, we got to keep it across the board, though, bro. If we're gonna say he was supposed to beat him, because everybody Earl faced, Earl was supposed to beat too. Am I
Earl
correct?
was supposed to beat Kell Brooks.
Except Danny Garcia coming off a car accident. I know.
No, he was supposed to beat. He was supposed to beat. He was supposed to beat Danny Garcia.
But see, you deflected. I'm asking you about Bud. I'm asking you who did Bud beat?
Hey, babe.
I mean, it ain't about who he beat. It's how he beat him, though. You see what I'm saying?
Who did he beat? How did he beat him that impressed you?
All of it, because he showed me that he can knock out somebody
that
with.
Get in the ring. Okay, well, I'm gonna say this right. That means to tell me, because see, if you in a super elite fighter, right, can fucking walk on water, swim across the ocean with no motherfucking breathing tank. What you think that Bud is? He just so far above everybody else, right? And you saying
I think him and Spence. I think him and Spence is even. I think they're 50-50.
Keon, I need you to say that to Money too, though. I need you to talk like that to Money, because he think Canelo can walk on water and fly.
You ain't been. I'm a Canelo fan, but Money think that about Canelo. But what I'm saying, Drico, right?
Can I ask Drico this?
Let me finish this real quick, right? Let me finish and then I'm gonna let you go. Well, all I'm saying is that if you are everything that you saying that Bud Crawford is, right?
Right.
Now the level of opponents that he's beating and he's stopping them. If you're that good, you're supposed to be stopping them. That's just like Canelo going in against Yildirim, and I'm like, oh my God, Canelo just stopped Yildirim. No, he's supposed to be if he's as good as you say he is. So what is he doing that's so impressive?
It ain't who he stopped, it's how he stopping him. Like he stopped one dude with the left. He stopped.
Who you fighting means something.
He stopped. He stopped.
Fighting means something.
He stopped one fella backing up with the left hook. He fought one fella backing up off the right right leg. Benavidez. He stopped Horn.
Was against the ropes.
He stopped Horn. He out muscled Horn. So when y'all say Shawn Porter, like, you know what I mean, off the back foot, man, he does everything. He won. But what I'm saying is he wins different in every match. So
now let me break him down.
Okay, let me get this super chat real quick, Batman. I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead.
Mr. Mechanical in that super chat. What's happening with it? He say, Key, Bud beat the Uber driver, Walgreens worker, CVS clerk since he got to welterweight. Drico don't want to admit it. Now, I'm gonna give Bud his credit. He's fighting. He's fighting solid opponents, right? But he's not fighting nobody on no A class or B plus class level.
I agree with that. That's why I say that it's not who he's fighting, it's how he's beating those fighters.
All right, so listen. Now, ask me this. Will Bud fight off a car accident? You think he gonna take a tune-up fight, or he gonna go out there a hard fight?
I mean, he has fought after a gunshot. So I don't know
All his
what you're
fights
trying
are
to say.
buildup fights.
That was the
If he as
amateur
good as
fight.
you
That's
say he
3
is,
rounds. All right. I'm talking about after a grueling, even a gunshot. You think a professional fight will he fight one of the best fighters at that weight class, coming straight off a gunshot or grueling car accident? Or would he?
I mean, that's a hypothetical. But I think
I mean,
what's happening, y'all
I don't have him
discrediting
doing
Bud's opponents, but y'all discrediting Bud's opponents and saying to discredit him. Benavidez is a solid, man. Green Machine is solid. I mean,
Benavidez
all
is
of
my
those guys
name.
are solid fighters.
Hey,
Benavidez hold up. That was a good fight. It looked good till Benavidez started limping. Come on, man.
But see, we got to keep it. He shouldn't have been in the ring then, bro.
All right, but that's Bob Arum fault. That's Bob Arum fault.
Right.
Bob Arum is the reason why Bud Crawford is getting this type of ridicule.
And then Jeff Horn.
Draco.
Yeah.
This is the only thing. I'm a Bud Crawford fan. I'm an Earl Spence fan. I like both fighters. All right.
Right.
My thing is this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat or say I'm not gonna talk bad about Bud because I like Bud. Right.
Right.
But his opponents are not even on a level that Spencer's fought. We know that, right?
I agree. I agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that you were saying is that you think that he's going to stop Shawn Porter.
Yeah.
And what ETB was saying was, then bet it. That's basically it. If you think he's gonna stop Shawn Porter,
what does a bet have to do with?
I'm giving you 2-to-1 odds.
He ain't giving you 2-to-1 odds because
that's taking away. That's steering the narrative.
And why would you say you think he gonna knock him out?
Coach, what does my bet have to do with TC knocking off? Is that going to either knock him out or what? So TC
if you believe, when I believe in somebody and I say they gonna knock him out, I'm willing to bet.
So you're telling me my bet determines TC's outcome of TC and Shawn Porter?
It don't.
Then what we doing here?
I don't believe
what we doing here?
That he gonna knock out Shawn Porter.
You said
that you want to see him knock out Shawn Porter, and that you think it's possible for him
to knock
out Shawn Porter, but you don't believe.
But that don't mean. But that don't mean I wanna. That don't mean I wanna bet though. I'm not really a betting type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But on this show right here, if you say something.
But
if you say you believe something, somebody might go, well, I don't think so, so let's bet it. I mean, that's just how I go on this show.
but I don't, that's what I, like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Just because I believe in it don't mean that I bet it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, I'm really not a betting type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I believe.
And he told me that he said that you used to like Earl, now you don't like Earl?
Oh man, he used to love Earl.
Earl was my man.
Now he don't fuck with him.
I heard a conversation, and
what?
And it was all cap with Earl, and I don't rock with that.
What was all cap?
I can't really. You know what I mean? It was all cap though, bro. I'm a solid dude. If I'm rocking with you, I'm behind you 100. You know what I'm saying? So for me to go to that other side, you had to do something detrimental for me to just go ahead and,
Rico, you ain't gotta say it. I'm not gonna say it flat out. I know what you're talking about, right?
Right.
Now, did he or did he not? Right? Give Terence Crawford a verbal offer of a 60-40.
Oh, you mean on in the media?
Right.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Now let me ask you something else. Did Bob Arum, right? Because Terence Crawford he don't run shit at Top Rank. I mean, people can pretend he don't run nothing. Bob Arum do run everything, right? Did Bob Arum offer Errol Spence anything?
Nah.
So Bob Arum didn't offer. And Bob Arum is a direct representation of what Bud Crawford does and what he can do. Am I right?
You're right.
Because that's his promoter, right?
Right.
So it don't matter if Errol Spence said, well, we could fight and it could be 60-30, right? Because it don't matter what Errol Spence said, because Bud, in his representation, they didn't come back and give Errol Spence no type of offer. He said the fight ain't gonna never happen, right? And the fight got it, and before he said it wasn't gonna never happen, he said it has to be 50-50 or 60-40 my way. That's what he said. That's what and don't say he didn't say it because I pull it up on my phone. He said it got to be 50-50 or 60-40 my way.
That's
right?
true.
Now, with all of that being said, and I know what you're talking about, how does that make sense that you use it to say, well, I'm turning on Errol Spence? Because it don't matter what Errol Spence said. Errol Spence can't make a fight without Bob Arum. Now, why would Errol Spence bow down when, if you look at the pay-per-view numbers, you look at everything, everything that Errol Spence has done, why would he give Terence Crawford 50-50?
I mean, I that's where the cap come in.
I want to hear this.
Errol Spence never told, no, don't do that. He never told Terence Crawford that he was going to give him 50-50. He never said that. He never said we could make the fight and we could both get 50-50. He never said that. And Al Heyman ain't going to let him do that. Okay, check this out.
Right.
We know, let's talk about, let's keep it 100, right? Because you using this and saying that's why I don't rock with EJ no more, right? Let's keep it 100.
Right.
If Bud, right? If Errol Spence is like, okay, you know what? I fuck with Bud. Let's do the fight and let's make it 50-50, right?
Right.
You gotta do a cross promotional platform, so it gotta be ESPN and PBC split down the middle. Do you think that Al Heyman would be like, well, you know what? Looking at Bud's numbers and looking at your numbers, let's go ahead. We'll do it. We'll make it 50-50 and split the bag with Top Rank. Do you think that Al Heyman would do? If you were Al Heyman,
no, I don't think Al Heyman. I don't think Al Heyman would do that.
If you were Al Heyman, looking at Bud Crawford's pay-per-view numbers and looking at Errol Spence's pay-per-view numbers, would you do it? Answer. Just keep it. I know you're a real one, Drico.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. If the scenario is like you said it was, I wouldn't do it. It'd be 60-40. It would have to be 60-40.
But the scenario was because.
But if me and you fighting, and I tell you, and I you know what I'm saying. If I tell you something, I want you to stand on it.
So say what you're saying, and then we can work around that.
If I tell you it's 50-50, I'm fighting you, and I'm fighting you before this year is out. That was 220. I'm fighting you before this year is out. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be 50-50. I don't give a fuck what this say, that say. Me and you, eye to eye on the 50-50.
He never said that though, because me and you talked about this, and you.
No, he never. No.
Said 50-50.
No, he didn't give a. Listen, he didn't give a number, and I gotta be 100. He didn't give a number, but he said we're gonna make this fight happen.
Right.
Right.
Okay, now let's go back.
Right.
He told him, and he said it in the public too. We're gonna make it happen. Now, when did he say that?
2018.
Huh? He said it in what?
No, he said it in 2020. 2020. That's right after. That was right before the Danny Garcia fight.
He said it in 2020, right?
Right.
He said it in 2020, right?
I mean, before the Shawn Porter fight.
No,
Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia fight.
Danny Garcia fight. You are correct. Yep. That's when he told Bud Crawford this. Now, after he said that, right? After he said that, what did Bud Crawford say? He said, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao and then Errol Spence. And then what happened with Errol Spence was still coming back off an accident. He fought Danny Garcia. And he ain't fought nobody since then. After he fought Danny Garcia, what'd he say? He said, shit, yeah, I'm still gonna make the Bud. I'm still gonna make the Bud Crawford fight. I'm gonna go over there to see what he's talking about once I get this belt off of Ugis. I'm going over there to holler at him. So how can you say that he's not a man of his word? Because he told everybody and let everybody know that fight is going to happen, and I'm going to go over there to make sure it happened to see what he talking about. Bud, on the other hand, was saying it ain't never happening. I don't want that fight.
Well, that's
me about it.
at the time Earl was saying and doing two different things. He would say one thing in private and do another move in public.
To make that fight happen.
Just like when he like the WBO belt. When soon as Jeff Horn won and beat Pacquiao, who the first tweet went up 2 minutes later from Earl Spence and said, "You fooled. I want that. Set the fight up. I'll fight you tomorrow." Now, when Terence Crawford win that very same belt in 2018, where that same energy at? It's 2021. Let's fight. Let's fight, bro.
Let's stay where we at right now. Because
I can hold on. One thing, Keith, I can tell you where he was.
But let me ask you this real quick, right?
Right.
You have to give me, because you said he said that in 2020, right?
Right.
When, with the 2020, when could Errol Spence had made that fight? Because at the same time in 2020,
ain't Earl in control?
Hold on. At the same time, right? Nah, don't come up in here with that. Hey, Scotty, don't come up in here with that big fact. Because at the same time, we're in a pandemic, and his own promoter was saying, "Who's gonna pay for the fight? Who's gonna pay for it? We're in a pandemic." At the same
Spence
time,
running, bro. Spence running. Spence running.
How is Spence running? You still haven't made your point, because in 2020,
you ain't let me.
When could they have to make that fight then? Give me a timeline.
Earl said, listen, Earl said in 2018, didn't they fight each other? I mean, they faced each other face to face, right? He told them, get a belt and we'll see what we can do, right?
He did not say that. He said,
I'm
going to clear my side of the street, and then I'm coming to see you.
No,
that's what he said.
Keith Thurman.
When he was face to face, Earl Spence told him, get a belt and I'm going to holler at you. He never, Spence never said that?
No.
When they was face to face, no,
Spence
he didn't say that.
Spence
he had a belt already.
He had a belt already.
Hold on.
He had a belt already.
Okay, wait a minute. Spence never said for him to get a belt and that he would come holler at him, right?
No.
He didn't.
Keith Thurman told Earl Spence that.
No, Keith Thurman told Terence Crawford that too.
He told that to Earl Spence.
Earl Spence told TC to get a belt, and he
already had a belt.
Wait a minute,
TC first fight at welterweight, he won a belt.
Yeah, first fight at welterweight, he
right.
And
Jeff Horn.
He had a belt already. So why would Earl Spence tell him that if he a 140 fighter?
Wasn't that before the Horn fight?
No, they saw each other after the Horn fight.
Earl Spence was still trying to get belts, and he was still trying to get his belt.
That's when he told Bud Crawford, man, Al about to have me fight Shawn for his belt, then probably for the W, I'm gonna take all this on my side, and then he told Bob, damn, I thought you said Al don't even exist. Come on, man.
Listen, January 17, 2018, Earl puts Terence Crawford on notice. Get that belt and we can make the fight happen.
You said when they saw each other.
Come on, y'all.
You said when they saw each other.
Come on, man. Now y'all playing semantics now. See, y'all playing semantics. Now we can with facts.
Hold on.
All
right. So how are they going to make the fight happen? How are they going to make you said he said that when?
January 17, 2018.
So how were they gonna make the fight happen at that point in time? Errol Spence didn't have. Hold on.
So Earl capping?
No, hold on. Let me say what I'm saying. How were they gonna make the fight happen way back then when Errol Spence hadn't been on pay-per-view, Terence Crawford hadn't been on pay-per-view. Now one of them had a big name. Both of them have
Earl capping.
Hold on. Both of them have advisors and promoters. I can say anything, but Al Heyman wasn't gonna make it happen, and Bob Arum wasn't gonna make it happen. And Bob Arum said way back then, no, the fight needs to build more. Bob Arum said that the fight needs to build more.
Bob Arum did say that. But that's not what we're talking about. That's not. We're not talking about what Bob Arum said.
All
right,
How
Earl
were they
said
gonna make it happen way back then?
All right, Earl said it, but you said he said it when they was face to face with each other.
I might have had my facts mixed up, bro. But let's not play semantics. Earl said that.
Nah,
Y'all said he didn't say it at all. Matter of fact, Coach said that Thurman told. What we doing here?
Earl beat Kel first, and he got a belt before Bud. Bud beat Jeff Horn like in 2018. But I remember, from what I remember, Earl put a whooping on Kel, and that's how he won the IBF, right?
Yeah, right. But listen to this though. You know, Bud Crawford could have fought anybody he wanted to fight.
Right.
I would.
You know that, right?
Right.
You know he could have been any one of those mandatories, right?
Right.
All right then. So it's a hand and foot. If you ain't,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, bro, let's keep it even.
Let's keep it 100. If you ain't want to make the fight, just like he told Shawn Porter, why you ain't activate your mandatory, you could have been any one of those guys mandatory.
So, in January 17th of 2018, Bud Crawford was still at 140 pounds.
Yeah, once he beat Jeff Horn in like 2018 or 2019.
That was before he got a belt, right? That would be the only plausible reason why EJ told him get a belt and I'ma holler at you.
But he had to get a belt because he was the champion at the next weight class. He could have just came up just like Oscar Valdez did to get right to the mandatory at the WBC. I don't know how he got to the WBC though, but he could have got right to the IBF mandatory.
IBF, there you go.
And you know the IBF make their mandatory happen.
Listen, we're gonna keep it 100. We keep it 100. We know both of them fighters was chasing Keith Thurman. We're gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it a buck, y'all. Come on now. Well, nobody ducking who? Because y'all giving a narrative like TC was ducking. You see what I'm saying? No, Batman. Because you just said he could have fought anybody. How come he went to? You see what I'm saying? He went to. You know why he fought Jeff Horn? Because Jeff Horn was top rank, bro. Now we gotta keep. Let's keep it 100, bro.
It doesn't matter if you top rank if I become your mandatory.
But let's keep it 100. Top rank is easier to make. Ain't that what y'all say about Spence? That's his excuse,
Not
right?
if I become your mandatory.
What are we doing here, bro?
That's why it's called mandatory.
But we ain't going with ifs. We're going with facts.
No, I said that's why it's called mandatory.
And we're going with facts though. You see what I'm saying?
No, I mean that's a fact. He could have became.
No, not what he could have became. The fact is that TC moved up and he fought Horn.
He could have became Earl Spence mandatory. He could have became Keith Thurman mandatory, but he chose Jeff Horn.
Okay, let's fast forward all the way up to 2021. How come Earl ain't crossed the street?
He don't have to cross the street. Your man got to cross the street because he's not the bigger fighter.
Okay.
Well, think about it like this. You just said it was easier for Top Rank to make those fights for Terence Crawford to fight Jeff Horn, correct?
That's correct, coach.
Okay, so it was easier for Errol Spence to go get that IBF, that WBC belt that he got. I mean, and so that's why he went the route he went.
I agree with that.
But he also said, after I get all the belts, I'm going to come holler at you, Terence. He said that out of his own mouth. He hasn't got all the belts. He needs that one more belt. He need one more belt. He need that WBA belt.
Coach, you putting the wagon before the horse here. That's not what he said at first, bro.
That's what he said before he
said 2000.
So think about it like this.
Again,
so
January
listen.
2018.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, Draco, let me ask you this question. Just like this, and when Earl told him to come, go get a belt and I'll fight you. You said Earl said that, right?
Right.
When he made that statement, why Terence Crawford ain't say, okay, I'm coming for your belt because I'm at 140. I got all the belts at 140. That make me an automatic mandatory for that IBF belt. Why he didn't say, I'm coming to get your belt then?
You just answered my question when you answered the question to begin with. It was easy to make the Jeff Horn fight. It's in house.
But so it's both of them, bro. You can't just put this shit on Errol Spence.
Right.
I didn't.
You
did.
But Earl said in 2018, I ain't gonna let y'all get out of this. Earl said in 2018, get a belt, and we're gonna do something.
All right.
Okay,
And
now
Earl,
answer the question.
And Earl also said, listen, pull this up. Earl also said he's going to win all the belts on his side and go across the street and get that belt over there.
That's after he got shook.
No, that's before Terence Crawford even came to the weight division.
No, bro.
He was in the interview.
Yeah, he did say he was going to clean out. He did say he was going to clean out the division. He did say that.
He did clean out his side and go across the street. And get
he didn't say that until after TC came. But he did say he was going to clean out the division.
Check this out. Right?
Yes.
Because you saying he said. Now explain to me back, right? Because you said he said this in 2018, right?
Right.
Explain to me during that time frame, right? Errol Spence hadn't been on pay-per-view. Terence Crawford had Terence Crawford fought. He had fought on pay-per-view and did like 50,000 buys. Explain to me how they was gonna make a cross-promotional fight on pay-per-view between them two during that time frame.
They couldn't. It wouldn't have been good. The numbers, hold on. The numbers wouldn't have been good, but the fight would have been great.
But okay, so explain to me, right?
Yeah.
Keep it 100. Because you saying, he should have already fought him, and it was EJ basically trying to say that EJ was running from him. How was that fight was going to be made?
What you mean? How was going to be? It could have been made.
Was Errol Spence and Terence Crawford going to pay themselves and make the fight happen by themselves?
No, we know realistically, as far as the numbers, that the fight wouldn't have been made because of the numbers. Neither one of them is popular. Even now. They only. I looked up. EJ is only.
Told you, Bob Arum but when we was talking about the face off and all of that, did Bob Arum not say it needs to build more? The fight needs to build more. Did Bob Arum not say that?
Yeah, Bob said that.
So,
in the same sentence, then EJ bet TC $100,000 that he was gonna beat him. And what did TC say?
But you missing
bet $1
million. But you missing my point.
Get money over here.
Right. Then. So if you're talking about whooping me, let's get it on.
Well, you missing my point because I'm not sitting here saying that Terence was running. I'm not sitting here saying that Errol Spence was running. You trying to allude it to the point that you're trying to make it a point that Errol Spence said he was gonna do something and he never made the fight. How is he gonna make the fight?
It's okay. Y'all just said
make that fight.
Y'all just said
you don't know if he went back to Al Heyman and was like, Al, you know I want to fight. You know I want to.
Who has the most belts? Who has the most belt? Who's in control? That would be Spence, right?
Yeah.
They're on different sides of the street.
Hold on. Regardless of, listen, when Spence is in control, then Spence can say, "I want that fight, bro." I mean, that's just simple.
No, not for real.
How can he say, "I want you to make a big cross-promotional"?
He got control, bro. He can either. Earl can say, "I can fight him for 45, 55, 60, 40." That's Earl is in control.
Man, and I'm doing big ass numbers.
And you think Bob Arum just gonna say, "Okay"? That don't happen like that, bro.
No. I'm not saying.
Terence Crawford can't just do what Terence Crawford want to do.
If two fighters want to fight, bro, it's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
No, it's not. That's not how it works.
Why am I gonna give you money? Why am I gonna come up off of my bag that I earned because I've been doing big pay-per-view numbers?
See.
Why
That's
am
a
I
coward.
Gonna say, I'll take 40%?
That's the punk way out, bro. Y'all let him buy his way out of this, bro.
What are you talking about? That's just common sense.
So now
who been doing the heavy lifting, Draco? Who been doing the heavy lifting? Who been doing the heavy lifting?
Now we in the era where I ain't gonna fight you because your pay-per-view numbers ain't up. Is that
No. I'm asking you a question. Terence Crawford didn't want to agree to 60-40. That's number one, right?
That's true.
Earl
That's true.
Spence deserved 60-40.
True.
He wanted
That's
it 60-40.
That's true.
So
too.
how they gonna make the fight if Terence Crawford don't want to agree? First of all, Errol Spence been doing all the heavy lifting. He been winning belts. He been fighting the top fighters. Terence Crawford haven't fought a top fighter yet. But you want more money than me when I'm doing all the heavy lifting and I got 2 belts? That shit don't make no sense, bro. And my pay-per-view numbers are bigger than yours.
If he wants to clean out that division, he gonna have to fight him sooner or later.
But Bud gonna have to give. Bud gonna have to take 60-40.
I still got one more belt on my side, and it's an easier fight to make than the Bud Crawford.
Any fight is easier to make because Crawford is arguably number 1 or number 2 in that division. So as far as it's only 2 welterweights, bro. It's Spence and TC. So
That's
any
not
fight
true.
after that.
That's not true.
Who's
That's
better
not
than
true.
those 2? Who's better than those 2 at 47?
We about to find out if he better than Shawn Porter. We about to find out if he's better than Shawn Porter.
Well, we're about to find out if
that ain't no
Spence is better
cakewalk,
than
Jack.
Ugas. Well, we're about to find out if Spence is better than Ugas then.
Yes, we can find that out
Okay,
too. But
then we
I know
gotta
who got 2 belts right now.
We got to keep it 100 though, Coach. When we talking, we got to keep
Hey,
it
bro,
100.
I like both fighters. You're not getting it. I'm just talking facts. Terence Crawford is being unreasonable when he said he's not going to take 60-40.
I agree.
So how you going to make the fight if he don't want to take that purse, bro? You can't make the fight.
I think what Terence is coming off of his accolades at 140, and I know that don't transfer. And I know that don't transfer to women because he's saying, "Hey, listen here, I should be the one. I'm the big dog. I'm coming in here with all these accolades. I got 3 weight divisions, 6 belts.
Your numbers
don't make sense.
Now the numbers don't. Now the numbers don't count. When y'all just said,
No, I didn't say they don't count. What I'm saying is Terence Crawford numbers, his pay-per-view numbers. Now, this also a business, not just the sport. 2 men want to fight and they get money.
I agree
it don't
with that.
work that way.
I agree with that.
So now, Errol Spence is putting up big numbers, right?
Right.
Terence Crawford numbers are horrible compared to Spence.
What that mean, though, Coach?
What it means is Terence Crawford needs to
world up in here. Go ahead.
Terence Crawford needs to understand that, hey, bro, I'll take the 60-40. Because right now your numbers not high. Spence got more belts than you. He didn't carry the load. It's like I said before. If I build a house and I got most of the house, and I give you a corner, you say, "No, I want half the house." What you mean? I just built the whole house. That don't make no sense.
But he's gonna have to see him, though, Coach.
I'm not saying he's not, but Bud, that fight ain't gonna get made if Bud don't take 60-40.
But Coach,
they should have fought when he moved up. Then, Coach, they should have fought when they moved up. When Bud Crawford moved up, he was calling out Errol Spence. They should have fought then because neither one of them had numbers.
Let me ask you this, World. Let me ask you this.
Never calling out Errol Spence when he moved up. He never called out Errol Spence.
So my thing is this, World. He went to Bob Arum belt weight. He went to Bob Arum belt weight.
Correct. He did.
He could have went to IBF weight.
Fight Errol though.
Wait, he could have went to IBF weight because he could have made himself the mandatory because he was coming up and he had all 4 belts at 140.
Coach, both of them was chasing Thurman.
Exactly.
But Errol Spence had the IBF belt.
But Terence Crawford did take a shot at him because Terence Crawford, when they asked him on ESPN, what's up with the boogeyman down there? And Terence Crawford said, I see a lot of flaws in Errol Spence. I want Crawford.
Correct, man.
I mean, I want Thurman.
But all he had to do was just like he did with the WBO. I want to fight Errol Spence.
So he did take a shot at Earl. He did take a shot at him. And then Earl in return
is one thing. I'm talking about saying, letting the IBF know I'm the mandatory for Spence. So I want to fight Spence.
He wouldn't have got that fight, Coach. He wouldn't have got that fight. TC wouldn't have got that fight with
Why? Why he wouldn't have? He had all 4 belts at 140.
Because Bud Crawford had momentum coming up, regardless of what people say about his undisputed at 140. He still had momentum moving up, and it would have been a tough fight for Errol Spence taking on Crawford moving up.
Hey man, that's the business they in. They in the hurt business.
Well, I can tell you this, Coach. Errol
Yeah.
Spence was real sweet about accepting Mikey Garcia a month later when he was moving up from there.
Because they on the same
know,
side of the street.
You know, from
Look
30.
how easy it
know
is.
that, but
And guess what, world?
Look, he was
You
coming
right.
up 2 weight divisions, and Errol Spence was like, "Cool, you know, I'll take that 4 division champ." You know what I'm saying?
And also,
he wouldn't have
But did you hear? But the difference is this. Mikey Garcia called Errol Spence out. Errol Spence didn't go looking for Mikey Garcia.
okay, coach, listen to this. Listen to this. If he called out Jeff Horn immediately, 7 minutes after Jeff Horn won the championship.
Okay.
Okay, don't TC got that same belt that that Jeff Horn got?
Yes.
Okay, what's the problem?
So the problem is
make it happen, bro.
No, the problem is Terence Crawford won't take 60-40.
The problem was Earl was doing the problem was Earl was doing stuff that you know we not gonna get into, but he know he wasn't ready for a Crawford back then. And that's just period point blank.
Well,
so you can spin
that's
it.
speculation. That's speculation.
But like I said,
that's speculation. That's not fact.
It ain't speculation.
But hey, that's facts, that coach, because we seen him like that. When it was a PBC card, and all them was backstage, and he was
drunk as a motherfucker.
The word was already out that he was doing that.
Earl admitted that. Earl
he was drunk as a motherfucker and still whipping everybody's ass.
But
he knew he couldn't pull that with TC.
Well,
he knew that.
I don't want to get personal with Errol Spence because he did, you know, he did survive, and I don't want to, you know.
Oh yeah, shout out to EJ.
But I agree with Draco when he said he was doing other things outside of boxing that was messing with his health and salubrity out that month. So he wasn't ready for TC.
No, he wasn't ready. And Earl knew it.
Man, this is an interview that he did in 2018 on the Breakfast Club. This is Bud Crawford. He said, yeah, eventually me and Errol Spence will fight, but the fight, you know what I'm saying, it needs to build up more. He said
that, Keon? What month
that's
was that?
what Yeah.
That's 2018. That's June.
I know what month. What month?
June of 2018.
Well, June of 2018 is when he stepped in and fight Horn. He's already committed to Jeff Horn.
But y'all sit here talking, oh well, he should have already fought.
Was he already committed to Jeff Horn? Yes, he was. He fought Jeff Horn in 2018.
Okay. Tell me.
June 2018.
Hey, Scotty.
Well, hold on. World Combat. Tell me, when could they have made that fight happen?
When could they made it happen?
No, I'm talking to World Combat. I'm talking to Scotty.
That's the big question, because it wouldn't have been PPV, you know, with the money issue, because neither one of them was big PPV stars at all. Even Errol Spence wasn't no PPV star.
That's right. Okay, you're right. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all keep acting like, so if it wasn't no pay-per-view, how was they gonna make the fight happen? When he is on Top Rank and he is on PBC, and at that point in time, Top Rank and PBC, they wouldn't fucking with each other at all. Hold on. Top Rank.
So Spence is capping. That's basically what you're saying.
Hold on. Top Rank and PBC didn't start doing no business with each other in a big fight until Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the second fight.
Who's to say they couldn't have made that fight if it was the right way? You know, we don't know the conversation behind the scene with Errol Spence.
Money because neither one of them had a name at the time.
I know if Terence.
Man, you know what? People were saying that how Errol Spence unification, it didn't mean anything or nothing like that. So, you know, he only had momentum for coming off of 140 up to 147. So neither one of them had those numbers, those certified PPV numbers yet. But it would have been a good time for them to fight.
Scott, right. I know if y'all saying how Bud really wanted this fight, he would have been the mandatory at the IBF, man. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what Errol Spence was doing outside of boxing. If he would have became the IBF mandatory, I don't care what the fuck PBC wanted, what the fuck Top Rank wanted. Earl would have had to get stripped of his title or fight Terence Bud Crawford.
It was both chasing Thurman during that time, bro.
All right, so what y'all talking about?
And Terence Crawford was committed to Jeff Horn.
That still doesn't negate the reality that he did want to fight EJ. And we know Keith Thurman was ducking EJ. Keith Thurman was ducking EJ. He didn't want nothing from it, so that never would have materialized.
I'm not talking about. I said if Terence Crawford would have became the IBF mandatory, PBC or Top Rank couldn't have did shit. They'd have had to make the fight.
But we all know it's better for him to
No,
take
it
in
was-
the Jeff Horn fight.
But,
We
but
know
no,
that to get a
y'all
title.
saying, no,
get a
y'all
title.
saying Earl Smith ducking him. It'd have been better for him to become the mandatory of Earl Spence.
To be honest with you, and I know it's speculation and assumptions. I don't think Errol Spence wanted that Crawford smoke back then. I don't think
He
so.
did.
But,
He did.
But listen, it doesn't matter. If Terence Crawford really wanted that fight, I'd have became his mandatory. I don't give a fuck if he wasn't ready in that.
But Batman, it's easier to make the in-house fight.
No,
We
it's
got
not.
that established.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's easier
No.
to make the Horn fight because Horn
No.
was
Get that
top ranked.
No.
Yeah. We can get a
Listen-
strap and we got some leverage now.
No.
You see what I'm saying? It's chess.
Listen.
It's chess, bro. You playing
Listen,
checkers.
All right, I'm not playing checkers. If I want that fight, I'm still gonna get that fight. I probably would have fought Keith Thurman. I got other people that I could have fight. If I really wanted to bully Earl Spence, if I really wanted that fight, or if I really wanted that smoke over there, I'd have just became that mandatory instead of doing
Okay,
the
well then what about this? What about when TC asked him in his face and said, "What's up with us?" And then what did Earl reply? What was Earl reply? Earl said,
He said
"I'm gonna
he
take
about
the
to go
easy
get the
route."
belt.
The
He
He
said,
easy
"I'm
about
gonna
to
route.
go get the
Okay,
belt.
then.
Still
So what's the
Still
difference
done.
between
Because
TC
I'm your
going over?
mandatory. I'm your
What's-
mandatory.
what's going
You
over there
got-
for-
Listen, just like Earl Smith, just like Terence Crawford now, if he would never fought, if he would never signed to fight Shawn Porter, he would have got stripped of his title.
But see, this is what I'm trying to say, Batman. What's the difference between Earl Spence fighting Shawn Porter for that easy route as
He would've
TC
never
going and
fought.
fighting as
He would have
as
never
T?
listen. He would have never got to fight Shawn Porter because I'm your mandatory. You only get one voluntary fight, and you got to fight your mandatory within 90 days. I mean, within,
But
within
that ain't
90
how
days.
it was though, Batman. See, we dealing with facts now. Earl. What's the difference between Earl fighting Shawn Porter taking the easy route, then TC taking the easy route and fighting his in-house fighter, which was Jeff Horn? What's the difference?
Y'all
Okay
saying,
then.
Y'all
Okay
saying
then.
he really wanted to fight. That's the difference.
Yeah, really wanting to fight and the fight actually happened. That's two different things.
No,
man.
it's not. If I become
Man,
the
come
man
on,
mandatory,
man.
he got to
Come on,
fight me.
Batman.
Nah,
You-
bro.
You better than that, Batman. Come
No,
on, bro. You know
He
you
gotta
know
he
better
gotta
than that.
relinquish his title, or he's gonna have to fight me.
Okay, but that didn't happen. We in reality
Alright?
now.
That was 2018. He fought
Right.
Shawn Porter in 19. He fought Shawn Porter in 19. If he would have been that man mandatory in 2018, he would have had to fight Terence Crawford next. Because he already fought Mikey Garcia.
We
He fought
established
Mikey
though them
Garcia
numbers
July
wasn't right.
2018. I mean,
Right.
so
Alright
close
then.
together.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand
He
what you're
fought
saying.
Mikey Garcia it was in May. I think it was in May.
It
Right.
was in July, bro.
No, it wasn't in July, bro.
Okay.
I'll
Alright,
look it
so-
up right now. You
All
wrong.
right.
So when he
You want to
when he
bet some
fight
money
Jeff
before you
Horn?
look it up? You want to bet some money, Keon, before you look it up?
Yeah, we could bet $100.
Nah, it was in May or September. Usually those are the big fucking
Pull it up
Mexican
right now.
fight nights.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up
I'm
right
gonna
now.
look it up right now.
Mikey Garcia,
It had to be May
Errol
or
Spence,
September.
3/16/2020, 3/16/2019. Send me my bread. Send me my $100, bro.
Man, we
Come back.
didn't
You
bet
got my
nothing on that,
cash
bro.
out.
We didn't bet nothing on that, dog. We
Send
didn't
my
bet nothing
$100.
on that.
Give me
Nah,
Stop
my
it,
listen.
Keon. He tried to get that
Give me
Loma
my money,
Chico
bro.
money
Come
back.
Alright,
He tried to
listen
get
to
that
this,
Loma
though.
Chico money back.
Yeah.
Alright. So when
Yeah, send
so
me my
when did,
100, world. Come back. You bet it.
so when did Bud Crawford fight Jeff Horn?
I was just messing with you, really, Keon.
But yeah, now you was messing. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, now
I was just
Hey,
messing
world
with you, man,
come
because it's
you-
been so serious. Y'all been ganging up on my boy Drico. I had to come on here and stick
Yeah.
up for TC, man, because it's a lot of facts y'all overlooking, man.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah.
y'all
I've been
overlooking
spitting
a lot
nothing
of
but
facts
facts.
that
I'm telling
Terence
y'all.
Crawford had his pick to fight any fighter he wanted at 147, and that's a
Hey,
fact.
but Batman, Earl got his picks right now.
Cause that's voluntary.
No,
But
we talking
mandatory-
about right now. We
No.
ain't talking about back then.
No.
Right now, Earl
Right.
got his pick.
Y'all-
Earl can say
But y'all
Earl
was
is
talking
the
about
lotto.
back then. But no, y'all was talking about back then that he ain't accepted his fight back then. This is what I'm asking you.
He didn't. He jumped on Horn. He jumped
Alright,
on Horn as soon as
alright,
Horn
this
got
is-
it.
Alright, this is
But
what
that
I'm
don't
asking
mean that fight would have got made just because he jumped on Horn.
But listen,
And not only that, Terence Crawford
Coach.
don't want to
Coach.
take 60-40. Terence Crawford don't want to take 60-40.
But Terence Crawford
60-40
ain't
isn't
hey, coach,
mandatory though,
Terence
coach. It's not
Crawford ain't
mandatory,
had to
man.
take 60-40. He could have did what Shawn Porter, he wanted
Right.
Shawn Porter to do. Take that
Right.
75-25 and went up there and take Bud and took Earl Smith's belt.
Now check this
Right.
out. Check this out, right? Check this out. When Errol Spence was coming up, right? Who was he calling out? He was calling
Keith
out
Thurman.
hold on. He was calling out Shawn Porter. He was calling out Keith Thurman. He was calling out Danny Garcia, right?
Yep, those three.
He was calling out them three. When Errol Spence and Bud Crawford came face to face, and he told Bud Crawford, "I'm gonna clean up my side of the street, and then I'm gonna come see you." Right now, at that point in time, he hadn't fought Shawn Porter yet. He hadn't fought Danny Garcia, nor had he fought Keith Thurman. Right now, we know the Keith Thurman fight never happened. So why would he just all of a sudden all these years he been chasing Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia? All them years he had been telling you that's the path that he was taking. That's who he wanted to fight, right? He hadn't got nothing.
And he's smart for taking that path. He's smart
Well,
for taking that path.
No, don't try to play that. Don't try.
He's smart for taking that because he know he
don't
would have
try to
got
play
smoked
like,
if he would have fought TC.
No, let's keep it 100 for real. Let's keep it all the way 100 right now because right. So he did exactly what he said he was going to do. Why would he just all of a sudden, you know what? I'm going to ignore these dudes that's right here that I've been wanting to fight, and I'm going to go and fight Bud Crawford, right? Against Al Heyman's will, against everybody, when I already been said, these are the guys that I want to fight. So
why he say it then?
Hold on. So he told Terence Crawford exactly what he was going to do. And by the looks of it, from what I've been seeing, he did everything he said he was going to do.
No, he didn't.
Keith Thurman. Yeah, he did it. Except for Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman, we know Keith Thurman ain't fucking, he didn't have, 2 fights in 5 years? Right. So he's done everything that he said he was going to do, right? And he stuck, and he continued to do what he said he was going to do. When he got in the car accident, that derailed him. When he was coming back from the car accident,
it's always something with this guy, huh?
Hold on. I mean, can he help that he got in the car accident? You know what
yes.
I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
he can, Keon.
Like, come on,
yes.
stop with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's called choices.
Come on.
Period.
That's not what we're talking about.
See, y'all putting a diaper on these guys, man. Y'all putting a diaper on these guys.
Get in the car accident on purpose to avoid Terence Crawford.
No. You act like Bud ain't got in trouble before. You act like Bud ain't been in trouble.
That ain't what we're saying.
You act like Bud didn't go in and want beat up the people at the car place.
No,
you act like that didn't happen.
Perfect. No one perfect, but we just
all right then. Earl Spence ain't perfect either. So let's stop that.
That Errol Spence made that basically.
You mean like Terence Crawford made choices, and just like Terence Crawford got shot and all of this shit.
It ain't affect his boxing career.
His getting shot affected his career.
He's still higher on the pound for pound list than EJ. He's still a better welterweight than EJ.
I don't. Pound for pound list is fictional.
I'm not even gonna go that route.
I know who got the most belts.
Fictional. Why they move?
He's still ESPY. He's still ESPY award winner 2 years in a row.
I know who got the belt.
That man ain't the point I was making.
That man ain't for no A-class.
Errol Spence is 9-0 as a welterweight. Errol Spence is 9-0 as a welterweight.
Let me finish the point I was making.
That man ain't fighting nobody his whole career.
Yeah, we've been through this back now about who he fought, but he stopped him. If they weren't good enough, he stopped them all.
Hold on, Batman. Let me finish the point I was making.
Get personal. His resume is trash.
Batman, hold on. Let me finish the point I was making because Errol Spence said he was he did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Besides Keith Thurman, so he had a derailment with the accident, right? If the accident hadn't happened, he probably this fight would have probably already happened already. He had an accident. Y'all leaving that out. He told you.
Can I say something right quick, bro?
No, hold on. He told you exactly what he said he was going to do. So it ain't like that he's doing something different than what he been telling y'all that he was going to do the whole time. He had an accident, and when he had the accident, before he was coming back, Terence Crawford said, I don't want to fight him coming off an accident because I'm not going to get the credit. I don't want to fight him. So when could he have? So when did he not do what he said he was gonna do?
That's so current. That's just like current. He was coming off a spectacular performance with Shawn Porter, and now you bringing up Terence Crawford, basically being professional about it. Errol coming off, he say, okay, I don't want to fight Errol Spence coming off a horrific car accident like that because they're not gonna give me credit for beating his ass. I want him to take a tune
and
up,
I agree with him. But y'all sitting there talking about during the timeline that Errol Spence is skipping around and he ain't doing what he said he was gonna do.
He's not.
He is doing what he said.
The one thing that EJ has committed to that he did. He said he was going to take the easy route and fight Shawn Porter. He did that. Facts.
Well, if that's the easy route, what the fuck Terence Crawford been doing? I don't understand. If that's the easy route, what has Bud been doing?
We're talking about two people, Terence Crawford, EJ. We ain't talking about everybody. We're talking about these two right here.
Bud been doing since Errol Spence is taking the easy route. What's Bud been doing then?
That's out of Errol Spence's mouth.
Getting blackballed. Getting blackballed.
No, he been fighting nobody his whole career. So was he blackballed at 140? Was he blackballed at 135? Because all of the divisions he been in, he ain't fought nobody. If you really want to keep it real.
Yeah, we already know we already understand that. That's old news though. But he in welterweight division right now. He's there, and I've heard Errol Spence. I heard Errol Spence. Look, I heard Errol Spence say he won't take the easy route. That tells me everything I need to know.
The easy route, meaning you knew what he meant. But Scotty, see, Scotty trying to play like he don't know what he meant. He knew what he meant. He meant you know exactly what he meant.
He meant that he could. The fights are easier to make. That's what he meant. That's what he knows. Scotty, stop that, Scotty. You know what he meant. Scotty, you know those fights were easier to make than dealing with Bob Arum. Stop that, Scotty. Stop it. That's what he meant by the easy route. Not that the fights were easy, but making the fights were easy. Stop it, Scotty. Now you know better than that.
Listen, if that's the case, Scotty, he would never win out the Joe Horn belt. He'd have went out the Earl Smith or fucking
No, because it's better for him to have a belt. So why not go after Jeff Horn? Because it's
why not go after Errol Smith's belt?
Why not have to go after Jeff Horn ass? He could have won the belt he wanted to go.
Because Jeff Horn is the easy route.
Exactly. It's easier to make that fight because of Arum.
We got that established already. We got that established already.
Stop acting like you said. That's all I need to know. Like he took easier fighters. Errol Spence at 147. His resume is 10 times better than fucking Bud Crawford's resume at 147.
Right.
No, it ain't no 10 times. Now he got a couple more.
Really? Man, y'all stop, man.
He got a couple more. He got a couple more names on there.
Jose Benavidez was a hell of a fight at 147
with a broke leg. Yeah, I know.
No,
but man, y'all can't keep talking about broke legs. I mean, come on. Who y'all ran the Raven about on EJ record? Shawn Porter. Who else?
Was Amir
Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, Cal Brook when Cal Brook was Cal Brook.
To the big names.
Mikey Garcia, they big name.
Danny Garcia never beat a champion 147. He fought
Mikey Garcia beat everybody on Terence Crawford
when he fought Shawn Porter and lost. So don't big up Danny Garcia just because
Mikey Garcia
at 47 he ain't did nothing, man.
Mikey Garcia beat everybody on Terence Crawford.
Errol Spence, man.
Yeah, Mikey. If y'all keep talking about Mikey Garcia, he beat everybody on Terence Crawford record.
Danny Garcia.
I'm not talking about Mikey.
Y'all talking about Mike.
Mikey beat everybody on Terence Crawford resume.
Bro, a resume ain't never kicked no ass before.
You just stick to the topic.
I'm just telling you.
Danny Garcia's name was thrown in there.
Resume ain't never.
I said you got Shawn Porter, and who else is a big name? They say Danny Garcia. What? Mikey Garcia
never kicked.
That was his first fight at welterweight.
Bro, my thing was, how come Earl ain't fought and had that same energy as he had with Jeff Horn won the title with Bud? That's my whole thing right there. Why? Bud got the WBO. He got the same belt that Horn got. So, I mean,
why Terence Crawford didn't keep that same energy he had with Terence Crawford and fight Errol Spence? He could have went the IBF route and immediately fought Errol Spence when he moved up. Why he didn't do that?
You think that fight was guaranteed? That fight wasn't guaranteed.
Stop saying that fight was guaranteed with Spence and Horn. Stop
it is a guaranteed fight.
It was guaranteed because he would have been the mandatory because he had the IBF 140 belt. So it
IBF
would have
is
just
the
went to
only-
first bid.
The
What
It
we
IBF
would
doing
have
is
went
the
to
only
first bid
we're going in
if Aaron
circles.
wouldn't have wanted to pay for it.
Once again, we're going in circles. Earl took
Ain't
what he
going in
took and
circles.
said it was an easy
Y'all
route
keep
with
on
Shawn
saying
Porter.
that man duck that
TC
man.
took the easy route and fought. So TC wanted some leverage. He went and got that easy route, got that belt, made that
What
fight.
leverage?
Leverage.
He ain't got no leverage.
He got a belt.
So World Combat, I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think Terence Crawford, the split should be 60-40?
Do I think the split should be 60-40?
Yes, 60 for Errol Spence and 40 for Terence Crawford.
With Errol Spence being the unified champion, I don't see. Look, it's a lot that I don't see.
No, it's a yes or no question. Do you think?
How's it a yes or no question? You ain't never answered no yes or no question, bro. Stop.
Okay, well I'm asking you. Do you think that he should take it? Yes or no?
No, I don't think so. I don't think 60-40. Terence have to take a 60-40 with EJ.
How?
Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that because you know what?
Man.
I'm looking at it like this, bro. Look at Errol Spence got 2 belts.
Look,
he put up way better numbers on pay-per-view than Terence Crawford.
He picked up one from Kell Brook, right? And then he picked up a vacant one with Danny Garcia win, right?
I don't care if it's vacant, not vacant. It doesn't matter.
Errol Spence did just about what Terence Crawford did.
He took the belt from Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter was a champion. He took the belt from Shawn Porter.
Errol Spence has one more knockout than Terence Crawford at welterweight.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro.
Alejandro Barrera is his first consistent fight at welterweight. From him kicking the
what I'm telling you is this:
what division he wanted to fight.
I'm asking you.
So from Alejandro Barrera all the way up to his last fight.
Who got the better numbers on pay-per-view, World Combat?
What does that got to do
Y'all
with
trying to
anything
add
that
up
we're
his
talking
entire
about?
career and act like he's did this spectacular thing. He's an
What is the
Olympian.
knockouts
He's
that
an
you're talking
Olympian.
about have anything to do
He's an
with
Olympian,
anything?
and he ain't did too much of anything.
World Combat. I'm asking you a question, bro.
Did in his whole career.
I'm asking you this. I'm asking you a question, bro.
Chris Algieri, Carlos Ocampo, Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. Come on, man. Stop, man. Stop.
Three of them fighters is better than every fighter on Terence Crawford's resume.
I give him Kell Brook credit because he went in his backyard and took the title. Absolutely.
He still ain't answering me, bro. Who put up the better pay-per-view number?
We're not talking about PP.
Yes, we are. We are because that's all part of the 60-40 deal, bro.
Coach, cut that pocket watching out, bro. We want to know who gonna win, who Spence gonna win and fight. I don't care about no resumes. I don't care about no pay-per-view numbers.
So you need to go to Congress, bro, because you like filibustering, bro. You need to be a congressman, bro, because you like filibustering.
I want to see who gonna win, bro.
Hold up. The only reason I pull up Terence Crawford's resume because Scotty is trying to tear down Errol Spence's last whole resume.
I'm just saying he's 9-0 as a welterweight. That's facts.
And I know 3 of the fighters on EJ resume shits on Terence Crawford.
I know Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, and who else you want to throw in there?
Kell Brook at the time.
Yeah, I know Kell Brook. The same Kell Brook y'all say was washed up when he fought Crawford and got stopped in court.
He was. But listen.
What you mean?
Hey, Keon, I'm out of here, bro. Peace, bro. Love y'all brothers, man. I gotta go.
Even Lamont Peterson is better than everybody's on fucking Terence Crawford resume.
Man, how did the fight work out for Lamont? And I respect. Hey,
I said Lamont Peterson
brothers. I ain't disrespecting the Peterson brothers, but you know what? How that fight worked out for him? He just took a beating, dog. And I'm glad.
I ain't say that. I said he's better than on anybody. He's better than any champion that's on Terence Crawford resume. He's better than. In his career, he was better than. He's better than.
I agree. I can agree with that. But that don't mean Spence. That don't mean Spence can beat TC though.
He's better than Ricky Burns. He's better than who the fuck?
But what that got to do with Spence? What that got to do with Spence beating TC though?
At welterweight, did he fight Ricky Burns at welterweight though?
Scotty is sitting here saying,
Batman, did he fight Ricky Burns at welterweight?
Shawn Porter is some shit. Scotty is sitting here saying Danny Garcia
I don't say the shit he is. He will beat AJ whenever they fight. Period. He's the better fighter all around.
He's not.
Hey, long as you and Keon is right here so we can make these bets, I'm good. I don't have to say anything.
He don't have no defense.
Man,
His
and,
defense.
Who
and
don't
I
have no
want to say what
defense?
I really want to say. I think of
Bud ain't got Bud defense ain't
Man,
nowhere near
EJ get
Bud.
hit more than
Man,
gave General
you act
Bob
like
that fighting
EJ.
dummy.
Man, listen,
Y'all said who
EJ
got
was
defense?
unrecognizable when he fought Shawn
You
Porter.
say who? Because
Hold
he
on.
fought a
EJ.
ruling. He
Hold
fought a
on.
ruling. He fought a dog fight. He didn't sit there and try to do defense. But let me say this.
He fought a dog fight. He's supposed to be one of the top pound for pound fighters. Fight smart.
Well,
Man,
there
he
you go.
fought a dog
That's what I
fight.
said.
That's the way
That's
he
what I
wanted to
said,
fight.
world. When I came in here, that's what I said. I said,
Alright, but that's the way he
Porter
wanted to
has
fight,
never
but
fought nobody that made
when he-
him fight their fight.
when he
Everybody
fought-
always trying to fight Porter fight because they're not skilled enough to make Porter fight
Bro,
their fight.
When he fought
TC is
Kell
skillful
Brook,
enough to make Porter fight his fight.
when he
Talk
fought
that,
Kell
talk
Brook,
that.
he made it look good.
That's facts,
Catching the
bro.
punches.
That's
He was-
facts.
Come on, man. What are y'all
He
talking
wasn't
about?
blocking. Earl was blocking Porter punches with his face, bro.
No,
Porter
I'm
was
talking
spinning.
about Kell Brook. I'm talking
Porter
about
was
Kell Brook
dipping.
when he
Porter
went in
was
there.
dipping. Listen,
No,
Porter was
your
dipping
man don't
Earl.
really have
Porter
no
was
defense
spinning
for real.
Earl. Porter made Earl look like a
Ease, with
newborn
ease.
baby deer.
With
Dog,
ease.
your man don't.
With ease.
Dog, your man
He was
don't really
turning. He
have
was turning
defense.
Spence
Wait,
whenever he felt like it.
Yes,
wait
bro.
till your man get in there with
Spence
somebody.
balance.
Hold on. Now
Alright.
you said he was unrecognizable.
That man
Go
don't
to the
have
press
no
conference.
unrecognizable face, man.
Go to that
Stop
press
this shit.
Look at that
conference and
knot
look
on
at
his head.
Spencer's
Look at
face.
that knot on his head,
How
bro.
is
Come
you don't
on,
get
give
that
us
I
time.
can recognize him just fine.
Go to the press conferences, man. Spencer's face was
Who don't
messed
get
up, bro.
knocked on
I
that
can
face, dog?
recognize him just fine. He
looking
looks
Go
like
to the
Errol
press
Spence to
conference.
me.
Man, and I tell y'all this, man. I don't even want to say this.
He looks
shit.
like
Y'all
Errol Spence
said-
to me. I can recognize him. You
Go
said
to
he
the
was
press conference.
unrecognizable after he fought.
Go to
You
the press
said that
conference
he
and
was
look at
unrecognizable
Spencer's face,
after
bro.
the Porter fight. This is after the Porter fight. I can recognize him just fine.
Bruh, go to the press conference pit.
I can recognize him just fine.
I'll go
You know
to
what?
it for you.
I can
I'll
respect
go
what,
to it
All
for
right,
you.
nah,
I
and
know,
listen to
hey
this.
Batman, you gotta
Listen
respect
to
the fact what
this, man.
Draco said though about
So
Errol.
Kell
I mean
Brook-
about
so
Shawn
listen,
Porter making
so listen,
fighters fight his
So
fight.
listen, if your man got so much defense, why your man was
Batman, was it
unrecognizable after
true
the
or
Kell
false
Brook
what he
fight?
said though? That made a lot of
Terence
sense,
Bud
man.
Crawford.
Errol Spence fought Shawn Porter's fight, man.
Yes. You know
TC
why?
is not gonna
Earl
allow
Spence.
Shawn
No,
Porter
listen.
that privilege to go in there and
Alright.
force
And
him to
the-
fight his fight, man.
In the
There you go.
in the Kell Brook
Can
fight
you
before
recognize
Kell
him?
Brook
Because
got
I can
stopped.
recognize him.
Go. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the press
That eye
conference.
look,
Before-
that right eye,
Hey,
I'm
Keith,
telling them,
He
them
said
eyes
he was
look puffy, dog.
unrecognizable.
Hey
Them
Keith,
eyes,
listen-
he does
listen
Hold
to
on.
this, Keith.
look a little bit unrecognizable. Who is that anyway?
Hey Keith,
Yeah,
Keith,
yeah,
so-
okay. We
so
can play.
what's not-
We can play.
So when
on now.
Bud Crawford fought Kell Brook, he was unrecognizable. His whole eye was almost hanging out his fucking head.
Who?
I can recognize Errol Spence just fine
Bud
right there.
Bud Crawford eye was almost hanging out his fucking head after the Kell Brook fight. So what the fuck does that mean?
Come on, man. It only lasted 4 rounds. He was getting touched a little bit the first through the third round. He made adjustment at the end of the third to
He ain't
southpaw,
really
and
making
then
no
he finished
adjustment. He
it.
caught him with a
finished
good
it.
shot.
Bro, one
That's
thing
not a
about
adjustment.
TC,
You
bro.
know, it's the difference in numbers when you talk about
That's not
4
a
by
adjustment.
11.
One
He
thing
fought
about
with a good shot.
TC, Batman. One thing about TC, you never seen him go over 70% with a fighter. He does enough to win, so
he
you
don't
haven't
been-
seen
He
100.
hasn't been in there with nobody.
So
I
why?
wouldn't have to go
That's what I'm saying.
70% Either.
And
But
what
y'all
does he
been
do?
asking for him to fight a common opponent in Errol Spence. He fought Kell Brook. Okay, he dusted him.
Ain't nobody
watched
want him to fight no Kell Brook.
Yeah,
They
y'all
wanted him to
wanted
fight-
some
No,
look, y'all wanted
no.
to fight a you
When
wanted
Kell
him,
Brook, when that
Look.
Kell Brook fight was made, I didn't
Errol-
want that shit.
Errol Spence fans wanted him to fight a common
Shawn
opponent.
Porter, no,
They
Sean
wanted
Porter
Terry
and Keith
Crawford to
Thurman.
fight a
Bro,
common opponent.
look.
Sean Porter and Keith
Look at
Thurman
that press
was
conference
calling
pic.
that man out.
Look at that press conference pic.
His
Come
eye
on,
Keep
bro.
fogged
on.
up.
Look at that press conference pic
I
right there.
just
Look at that
showed
press
you the
conf-
pic right after the fight.
No, this is the
Yeah,
press
that's the post
conference.
fight.
His
That's
eyes
this is
rolled up.
I
after
just
the
showed
post
you
fight.
the pic right after the fight.
This
Now
is the
let's
though,
pull
man.
up Terence Crawford when his shit was swole
No,
up against
that ain't
Kell
what we're
Brook.
talking about, though, bro.
Hold on,
I
let's pull up
told you.
Terence Crawford when his shit was
I
swole up
told
against Kell
you.
Brook.
What I tell you about Earl, bro? I told
You know
you.
what I'm saying?
Can y'all see that? Can you see that?
Batman, man, if y'all
He
don't see
went
the
toe to
swelling
toe
on
with
Errol
that guy.
Spence's
You're
face,
gonna
man.
get that. You're gonna get that going toe to toe with a fighter.
Okay,
Yeah,
then, and
why?
why
That
why
was
did
a
he go?
choice. That was a
Why did he
choice.
go toe to toe? Because he's not as
Because he wanted
skillful
to go
as
toe
y'all
to
say
toe.
he is. He's not as
He
skillful
didn't
as
have
y'all
a
say.
choice.
No.
He didn't have a
Well, but
choice.
from the first round, he went toe to toe with that man.
What does that mean?
His whole eye swollen. He went 4 rounds. His eye almost shut.
Bro, we all know that TC got. We all know that TC don't got the best. We gonna keep it 100. We know TC ain't got the best defense. What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna get up here and say that Earl Spence got defense though.
We're not gonna say Earl Spence has better defense because that's a lie.
We're not gonna say that, bro.
Yeah,
that's what we're not gonna do
because he do got way better defense than
man.
Now go to the Kell Brook fight.
He had good defense
now pull up the Kell Brook fight when
Kell Brook was tagging his ass just like a clothing sale.
No, go to Kell Brook fight and see if
I tell you what, Batman, Spence gonna have to do more than that lazy jab that he throw out there, and he gonna have to do more than go in that shell when he
down. Your mind ain't got no chin for real.
Listen what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
Listen what I'm saying. No, because you gotta take. Listen, you gotta take as.
I can't wait. I can't wait till you gotta. I can't wait till he fight a fighter that's skillful that got punched, that got popped.
Batman, you gotta bring ass to get ass, right?
I can't wait.
Batman, you got to bring ass to get ass, right?
No.
Okay.
I can't wait, dog.
I know Terence Crawford is the stronger fighter between him and Errol Spence. He's the stronger fighter. Terence Crawford is the stronger fighter.
Well, come back. Let's talk about something that's going to happen,
man. You know that's true, man. He's the stronger fighter, dog.
Hold on. He's definitely not. Errol Spence walked through niggas, so he's definitely not.
Come back.
He ain't gonna walk
Errol Spence walk weight is like 170. Come on, how you say Terence Crawford's strong?
You gonna walk over to him after the fight and give him a hug and say, "Man, you know what? You right. You didn't need me to cement your legacy. You right. You didn't need me."
Errol Spence walked through fighters, dog. Terence Crawford does that.
Look at his opposition.
Leave the fight and look like he was
ready
to go to the club.
Opposition?
You brought up Mikey earlier. Mikey Garcia looked like he was ready to go to the club after the Errol Spence fight.
Right.
Cool. Tell me.
You just said he walked
both
through
of their careers. Who had the better opposition in both of their careers?
Now you're switching the goalposts way outside the arena.
He just said that. Draco just said that.
I said, look at who is fighting, man. Mikey Garcia wasn't nobody, bro.
Mikey Garcia beat everybody on Terence, bro. If you put
Mikey Garcia 130, bro. He's 130.
130. He come from 126. What is y'all talking about?
So what we doing here? What we doing here, man?
Mikey got to 140, and he fought before at 147.
Man, he the one wanted that work.
Wasn't Earl supposed to do? Wasn't Earl supposed to do what he done to Mikey?
Mikey Garcia said he saw something in Earl Spence that he can exploit. So he went up there, fooled himself, and got the shit beat out of him.
But bro, that wasn't his fault? Excluding all that, wasn't Spence supposed to do what he did to Mikey Garcia? Matter of fact, he's supposed to knock Mikey Garcia out.
He boxed him.
Absolutely.
He boxed him.
You know why he boxed him? Earl Spence said himself. Listen,
he boxed him because his favorite boxer in the world said Mikey was going to beat him.
That ain't why he boxed him. He tried to knock him out. He couldn't.
He didn't try to knock him out. Go look at the fight.
Earl said it himself. Earl said it himself.
So you trying to say he was playing with his food?
That right there. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
You trying to pull up an enhanced picture of what they do when they put up a thumbnail? That's him right there in the middle of the press conference.
Yeah.
Plain is clear, and you try to act like he was unrecognizable. You gonna take
look at his face.
Look at Terence Crawford's face in 4 rounds.
Bro, look at his face. Is that cute?
Recognize him just fine.
Bro, Keon, is that cute? Is that cute to you?
What you talking about,
bro?
I don't see.
Bro, is that cute to you, bro?
It looks like Errol Spence to me.
That's when they fight
bro,
good fighters.
His face is disfigured, bro. Come on, y'all. Come on, man.
When you fight good fighters, that's what happens.
Batman, you going against your boy?
When you fight good fighters, that's what happens.
So Batman,
that's not across the board, Batman, for real. That's not across the board.
But you across the board.
That's not across the board. You fight good fighters and you come out looking like that. That's not true, man.
That's ugly, man. That's not pretty. That's ugly.
So in the 12-round fight,
that ain't pretty. That's ugly.
Floyd came out looking like that against De La Hoya. He came out looking like that against what's his name?
That ain't pretty. That's ugly, bro.
See,
that's
I'm
ugly.
on here speaking facts.
I don't understand what y'all talking about. I know Floyd Mayweather, the best boxer, the best defensive fighter in fucking boxing, came looking out just like that against De La
Where is he
Hoya,
disfigured?
against
Bruh,
Miguel
we're not
Cotto.
talking about Floyd. We're talking
Against,
about Earl
Come
Spence.
on, man.
No, I'm
Stop.
just saying
You're
when
playing
you
with
fight, when you fight good fighters, when
So-
you fight top-notch fighters, that's
Y'all
what
be
happens.
what?
So okay, Batman.
Come
Okay,
on.
but let me ask you this, Batman. Angelo Leo and Cool Boy Steph. Did he come out looking like that? Because they fought an inside fight the entire 12 rounds. Did he come out looking like that? No. It's all
Hey.
about how you fight on the inside. And that wasn't even Cool Boy
Hey,
Steph's style,
but you-
man.
Man,
World.
Angelo,
I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you
Angelo
something right now.
was
And
a
that
hyped
same
up
press
fighter, dog.
conference, look
Angelo
at Porter.
can't fight to me, Mr. Combat. Scotty.
In that
Angelo
same
couldn't fight to me for real.
in that same press conference, look at Porter.
Porter knotted up. What
He
is
can
you
go
talking
to the
about?
club. He can go to the club.
Hey, EJ can go to the club.
He needs some big ass shades for real.
Oh, man, that man look like the lump man too. What is you
Earl
talking about?
cheeks is swollen. His eyes swollen. Come on, bro. Y'all got to keep
Oh.
it real. But what we not
When
gonna
you
do,
fight
we're not
good-
gonna say
when
Earl
you
Spence had
fight
defense,
good-
bro.
When you
Matter of
fight
fact-
good fighters, that's what happens.
Okay,
You
so
know
was
what?
So Angelo Leo was good, right? He was good.
That nigga, I said he can't fight to me. He was a hype job by Mayweather.
What? Oh,
Go look at Angelo Leo record. He was hyped. He was pushed up, fighting nobody, just like they did Tank Davis. And he ran into Cool Boy Steph and got the shit beat out of him.
okay,
Come on,
okay.
man.
Tank Davis.
Keon don't like Tank Davis.
He fought.
I like
He
Tank.
fought. He fought Barrera. He fought Mario
I like
Barrios
Tank.
last.
I
So
don't like the fighters that they put him in the ring with, the
Right.
matchup they put him in, but I like Tank.
Yeah.
But
so
check
did
this
Tank
out.
look lumped up in there
Yes.
against Mario Barrios?
He
Check
did
this out.
against fucking Leo
No,
Santa
I'm talking about
Cruz.
his last. His
Listen,
last
man.
good
Y'all
fight
Leo
on
with
Santa
here,
Mario
Cruz,
Barrios. Did he
y'all
look
smash
lumped up?
that like button.
Because you say that's
'cause
across the board.
These
And Leo
fellas is
Santa- and
cooking.
Leo Santa
So if y'all
Cruz
in
can't
here
even
and ain't
punch.
smash that like button, y'all smash that like
Yeah,
button
y'all
because these
smash the
fellas
like
is
button.
cooking.
Support Keon, man. Support everything boxing and sports, man.
Hey, Scotty. Leo Santa Cruz can't even punch, and he lumped Tank up.
Dang, Batman, you be moving the goalposts all in the parking lot,
No.
don't you?
Damn.
God
I'm
damn,
just
can't we
saying,
just
when you
stay in the
fight good
arena
fighters-
and score 3?
When you fight good fighters, you get touched. What is you talking about?
Tank Davis just fought Mario Barrios at a weight he never fought at, and
Mario
Mario was the
Barrios
champ.
is some shit to me, dog. Come on, man.
you just can't
Tell
say
Tank
he's
Davis,
shit, man. He was a
tell
champ,
Tank
bro.
Davis
He
to
was
stay
a
right
champ.
there at 140. Hold up. And he about to fight bum ass Rolly. Come on, man. Stop this shit, man.
Man, we were not in talk. See, you moved him up on goalposts in the damn highway right now.
That's bad, man.
Cause you get to talk about this. You the one with the Steph. You the one with the Leo and Steph. You move
Hey,
goalposts.
That man
Batman.
will not answer a question directly. I swear to
All right,
God.
give me the question then. Give me the question. Give me the
Hey,
question,
he don't
Scott.
like Tank Davis. Batman don't like Tank Davis.
No,
Now,
I know Tank Davis. I know him.
Batman, be
I seen
real.
him since he was a kid.
You know, you don't like Floyd, you don't like Tank. Come on, we know that already.
I don't
bro.
like Floyd. No, most definitely.
But that's
I don't
his
have
fighter.
no ill
Tank is
will
his
against
fighter though,
Tank.
bro.
I seen the kid grow up.
Right.
I feel you, but you know what it is. You know what it is, the connection that you got with Floyd Mayweather and his fighter and all that. Yeah, we know.
Keon
I
feel the
mean,
same way.
I know we can't get our shot because they thinking we too tough over here.
I'm a
But
Tank Davis fan. I'm a fan of Tank
I
Davis.
am
I don't
too,
like
man.
who they put. I don't like the matchup that Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerby make for him. But I'm a fan of Tank Davis. I don't
Right,
have no
right.
reason not to like Tank.
Keep that boy
I mean,
away
we
from
definitely
Tio.
a fan down in the ATL of Tank Davis, what he brought down here to kick
Keep
us
that
off,
boy away
you know?
from Tio.
yeah, he bringing.
Yeah,
he,
Keep it real.
tell
Tank
me this,
Davis is a boogeyman.
He moving like
That's the boogeyman right there, man.
Hey, Scotty, ask me this question: what 50-50
I like
fight
T.O.
Tank
He a
Davis
hell of
ever
a fighter,
been in?
but man, that bullshit he been pulling, and I ain't with that. But
Yeah,
T.O.
I
a
ain't
hell
feeling
of a
that.
fighter.
I ain't feeling that what Tio been doing, man.
He a hell of a fighter. To me,
I mean,
after
T.O.
the Lomachenko,
my boy,
I put
but
him
I
at
have
number
to-
one
I
at
have to agree, man.
135.
I have to agree. I don't know what's going on no more. I don't know what
Yeah.
they doing. Real talk.
They ain't selling no tickets.
Tio better stay away from that Josh Taylor talk. That's what he better do.
Yeah, Josh Taylor, a different animal.
Yeah.
Josh
I
Taylor,
mean,
Hey, look,
if he's daring to be great, why not take the Josh Taylor fight, man?
Look, Josh Taylor better hurry up and get from 140, man, because it's somebody down there real
I think
hungry.
T.O. beats Josh Taylor, bro.
Antoine, the last Russell.
Yeah, it's somebody down there that's real hungry.
Antoine the last Russell.
Them Russells can thump though, man.
Yeah,
Them
man.
Russells can
You know
thump,
what them
man.
Russells about, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. What is Gary Russell gonna do? What is he? Is he
Man.
finally fight, right?
Man, look,
Was it-
man, you know what they trying to do to Gary Russell Jr.
They
man.
blackballing him, bruh.
They trying to age him out, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is.
So them trying to age him out. He can't even move up to 130.
Lori.
He can't get shit. He can't get a crumb.
I
Lori
mean,
Reed
Al
in the
Raymond
building,
got to
the
make the
little
fight
queen.
for him.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but that fella
Just
need to
because
change.
he called Florida bitch several times, and they gonna keep the man
That-
starving.
That could have been it. That could have been it.
Jesus,
you
man.
know. But
Key,
the little
what you
brother-
got to say, Key? You awfully quiet over there, man.
Ah man, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying about the situation with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. I mean, bro, I'm not finna go back and forth on who gonna win the fight until we get there. We need to get there. Right now, Terence Crawford needs to focus on Shawn Porter. And I've been wanting to ask World Combat some because I'm gonna ask World Combat. How does the Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford fight? How does that fight end?
Well, looking at the way, Shawn Porter, respect for his chin and everything, even though he was dropped by, Errol Spence in the 11th, I feel that Terence Crawford can give Shawn Porter a hell of a fight, in many areas. I mean, I can't, there's too many to name in many areas. I'd be a fool to sit up here and say that I believe Terence Crawford is going to absolutely stop Shawn Porter, but I believe it's imminent. I'm gonna stick to my square. I believe he can if he put in the work early on and he creates his space, keep his space right, and catch Shawn Porter coming in with those shots, because Shawn can't box him. Shawn won't win boxing. It'll be a blowout. So he definitely has to get in close to Terence Crawford. And if Terence Crawford keep him honest and shoot that uppercut or that right hook, hey, it might be a short night for Porter, man.
But listen though, Scotty. But if Bud Crawford been fight Shawn like he been fighting everybody else, I don't know.
What you mean? What you mean like everybody else? What you mean? He just stopped
He
Kell
ain't
Brook.
really. He ain't
So
really been
if
boxing.
just like he fought Kell Brook, you say you don't know?
Man, he tried to walk. He was walking Kell Brook down. He ain't boxed Kell Brook. Kell Brook was outboxing him.
Who has Shawn Porter knocked out?
Nobody but Paulie. My last person was Paulie, right?
But see, you have to take that in consideration. You're talking about how Terence Crawford is going to handle Shawn Porter, but Shawn Porter don't have no power. He went life and limb with Adrian Granados, bro.
All right, cool. But that,
Right,
I mean,
Shawn Porter don't have
that
power.
don't mean
He don't got no power like that.
if he touch y'all man chin, that don't mean
come on
if
now.
he touch your man chin.
We got to keep it real, man. He don't got no
keep it
power. He
real.
don't got
It's
no
a-
respect, man.
It's a
You know what I mean?
possibility that Shawn Porter can knock Terence Crawford.
There's no possibility in that, dog. None.
If he ain't got no power, he ain't got no respect, baby.
Man,
That's just what it is. That's what's stopping Haney. And I'm sorry to switch the subject. That's why when they talking at T.O. Haney don't have nothing to keep T.O. off him. T.O. a stalker. So no power, no respect. Same thing with what's going on with Shawn Porter.
But
No power, no respect.
you don't really have to have power. Long as you can, it's how many times you can connect cleanly.
So Shawn Porter
Move.
can't box and he don't
Touch-
have power. How he gonna beat TC? Shawn Porter's a fighter.
TC Chin
He's
ain't-
a brawler.
T-
Shawn Porter's
Yeah, he's a
a fighter and
fighter.
a brawler.
TC
Yeah.
Chin ain't that great.
Man.
Before I wrap this up, because I gotta
Come
get
on,
ready to wrap it up.
AB freaking
So
dropped him, dog.
I got Terence Crawford winning a close decision. I got Terence Crawford winning a close decision. I don't have
Yeah,
nobody.
8-4 or what? 7-5. What you got?
You said 7-5.
Yeah,
I say
7-5.
8-4.
I have him no
I say
less than
8-4.
7-5.
I say 8-4.
I say like I agree. I say like 7-5. Let me see. Like 7-5, maybe 8-4. You know, in that range. In that range. Pretty more like 7-5. You know.
I ain't gonna really call the fight. I'm just happy that Terence Crawford is fighting a real dog, man. He's
It's
been
plenty,
real.
it's plenty of dogs that hang out in the junkyard. That don't mean they the baddest one in that
No,
motherfucker.
I ain't say. I said he a real dog. I ain't say he was the baddest.
But this is his retirement fight, Batman. This is
Yeah.
Shawn Porter retirement fight. He about to go commentate and do what he do. This is his
I
last
ain't gonna
fight.
say all of that.
But
I'm gonna give him
I
more
never
respect
said
than
he was
that.
the baddest, Scotty. He's a real dog though.
Yeah, he
I
is
got
a dog. I give
I
Shawn
got
Porter that. He a
TC.
dog.
I got TC stopping Porter in the late rounds. I think he gonna frustrate Shawn Porter in the beginning. He gonna make Shawn Porter look awkward because he gonna make Shawn Porter try to fight his fight, and he gonna try to out jab. But then again, Porter might just come whatever way he come in. TC ready for him. If he want to wrestle, we did that with Jeff Horn and
Yeah.
Green Machine. If he want to fight, we can do that too. If he wanna box, he can't do that. You see what I'm saying? So that's one thing. That's the strength. So I got TC frustrating him, starting to get in the beginning. In the middle, he's gonna be sitting down on his punches. In the end, about the 9th or 10th round, I got TC stopping him.
And let's not forget the way his eyes look when Errol Spence called him. And we all know
Right.
TC has more power than Errol Spence.
No,
Right.
he doesn't.
Man,
No, we don't know that.
No, he don't.
Well, he
Hey,
did
let
knock
me
Carol.
back
He
up.
did
He
knock
got
Carol
cracked,
Brook
though.
across the ring. He
Hey,
did knock Carol Brook across
Hey,
the ring.
I gotta
Yeah,
get
but
ready
that
to
was
wrap it
that
up
was
because
a
I
stoppage.
gotta get up out of here. I gotta
That
get
wasn't
up
no
out of
knockout.
here.
That was a stoppage.
Thank you for
Got it.
having me, bro. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you already know. Herb got it.
Yeah.
Let me get your last
Appreciate
words
it,
before I
ETB.
get up out of here.
Nothing. This is a good, solid channel right here. A lot of good discussion. Appreciate it. You're gonna be back on. You're gonna do more live chats or what? I'd like to be in another one, hopefully.
I do. I go live every day, like at 2:30 Central Time. So that's like 12:30 on the West Coast, and that's 3:30 on the East Coast. So every day I'll be live. Yep. Appreciate you.
All right, we're
Yeah.
all right, man. You take care.
Yeah, take care. Batman. Well, let me get to my man World Combat. World Combat. Let me get your last words and let everybody know where to find you at World Combat.
Y'all can find me at World Combat Sports. You know, all social media besides Twitter is World Combat Spo 1. But you know, mainly I'm on YouTube and IG. I appreciate kicking it with the fellas today. You know, Batman, Draco, and Keon, everything boxing sports. Make sure y'all continue to support this brother, man. He be putting out some fire content, man, that's conducive to the sport of boxing. You know, and I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yes, sir. Make sure that everybody go support World Combat Sports. And yeah, make sure that y'all go to his channel. If you're not already a sub to his channel, hit that sub button and then hit that bell icon so you can get his notifications. And yes, sir. And Draco, Big Draco, let them know where to find you at, Draco.
Salute. You can find me at Loyal to the Game Boxing. You can like, share, and subscribe if you want to. We cook over there too. Keon, he bring the heat, man. It's my brother. He welcome over there. He know that. He ain't a guest no more.
Sure.
But it's a pleasure being on the panel. Thank you in the chat for respecting me and my opinion. And that, because that's all I got at the end of the day is my opinion, man, and my take on things, man. And also salute to Keon, salute to Batman, who he bring that heat from that other side, man, and nothing but love and respect, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Batman, let me get your last words.
Man, it's good to be on the panel, man. Draco, Scotty, motherfucking coach, knockout, my man Gotti. Always a pleasure, man, to come on here with Keon. But, like I said, man, Terence Crawford in the dog fight. I'm glad to see I'm glad to see I'm glad to see him in one of these type fights where it's though it's a 60-40 fight. It ain't always, a 70-30, 80-20 fight. But but we about to have a whole October the 9th, Tyson Fury Wilder.
Fireworks.
Yes, sir.
November the 6th, Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez, and then you got they top it off with Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter, man. Who couldn't have a great 2 months, man? That's a great 2 months of boxing, man.
Yeah.
Teofimo Lopez and Cambosos don't get no love, Batman.
Oh man, I want to. Man, I don't like
they
that
pushed
fight,
that
man.
fight
I mean,
back further than LeBron James hairline.
Yeah, man, they made that fight watered down. They should have just went on and had the fight, man. They let Mayweather knock him off their square, man. They should have just went on with the fight. See if Fimo come out with this fake ass COVID shit, man. But you know, but I mean, I hope he fight Devin Haney like you say next, man. Go ahead, get that shit out the way.
Yes, sir. Oh, my fault. Shout out to World Combat Sports too, brother. I haven't met him before, but man, I'm gonna definitely bring Brooklyn to you and subscribe to your channel too, man. And man, best wishes to all y'all, man. Y'all stay healthy.
It, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely gonna pull up your channel too, man.
He one of the most solid dudes on here. But before I get up out of here, make sure if y'all ain't hit that like button yet, make sure that you hit that like button. Man, we damn near did 4 hours today. But like Batman said, man, let's just all keep our fingers crossed that we actually get all of these fights with this COVID and you know, let's just keep our fingers crossed that we get all these fights. If we get all of these fights, that is a great look for boxing. I appreciate everybody on the panel. My man Drico Bay. Make sure that y'all go to Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk right here on YouTube and sub to Drico Bay at Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk. Make sure that y'all go sub to World Combat Sports. And y'all already know where you can find Batman. You can find him anywhere. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button. And until next time, there you go talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.
Thank you for